from a different star, flying over streets and the broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the lead. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we golden, we run to the end. We're from a different time, yeah, we're of a different breed. Cause what we got is timeless, we supersede. And we hold in the key, yeah, we're tight as can be. We're rolling just like
Something like that.
getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. We're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we golden, we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game and we ride on the flames till the morning light, baby, cause we're dynamite. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules, let them run and hide, baby, cause we're dynamite. Gonna let the world know. to win you over and over, yeah. Oh, you can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So you play it on.
There you go.
To win you over and over, yeah. You can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. Later, see you later. I'm about to blow this. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. You're so much deeper when you quit playing charades. Yeah. You act so cool, but underneath you seem afraid. There's something sweet about your eyes when you feel safe. Yeah. You keep running away. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me. It's Pad. I'm your announcer for tonight. And I am so excited to be back here doing live shows here on Twitch TV for all of you, our loyal fans. It is so good to be back live. Hey, quick question. In the chat now, if this is your first time seeing a comedy sports show, go ahead and type "I'm new" in the chat right now. And you know what? If you're back here again, you've seen us before, you know what's going on, type "I'm not new" in the chat. While you're typing all that in, let me tell you a little bit about what you're about to see tonight. You're about to see comedy played as a sport. Tonight, we have two teams. We have our defending champions in blue, the downtown Chicago Bosses, defending their title and their honor against their challengers in red from our suburbs. And they're going to be doing that all through a series of completely improvised scenes, songs, games, and challenges, which you will decide on as to who is the final victor in tonight's match. Now, everything that you're going to see is being made up on the spot. None of it's ever happened before. None of it's ever going to happen again. And we're going to have to use your suggestions to make that happen. You're the ones who are going to inspire everything you see happening on the screen tonight. But Before we get into that, there's a few things you need to know. First off, it's not just going to be the performers you see on screen tonight, but we also have some very special people who are making this all possible. Our stage manager, Jason Geis, behind the scenes, quite literally. And also our music director tonight, Stuart Mott. Easily the most talented improviser in the entire arena tonight, even though you can't see him, but you can hear those beautiful notes being played. Now, because this is a sporting event, that means a referee is going to have to do a lot of stuff, like making sure the match runs on time, making sure the rules are followed, but also calling Comedy Sportz many fouls. And there's a couple fouls we go over before every single match, and the most important one, which many of you probably already know about, is the out of bounds foul. We here at Comedysportz pride ourselves on doing a show that everyone can enjoy without having to say anything gross, nasty, or offensive to make you laugh. But because it's improvised, sometimes these players might step over the line totally by mistake and they will go out of bounds. If that happens, our ref can blow the whistle and call the out of bounds foul, and that player's team will lose points based on the severity of that foul. Not only that, they will have to hear this ominous organ music. And no one wants that. Now, this isn't just a foul for our players on the screen. This can also be called on people in the chat. So basically, don't try to get anything past our moderators. Don't type anything rude. Don't type anything mean. Don't type anything gross. Basically, if it's something that you overheard your drunk uncle saying at Thanksgiving one time, don't repeat it. We want everyone here to have a good time and have fun. So let's just do that. Be nice to each other. That's what it all boils down to. So, now that you know how this is going to work, let's practice getting some of those suggestions. I'd like you in the chat right now to go ahead and list off things that you would do if you were on a road trip. And these could be super specific, exciting things like going to see the world's largest ball of twine or 1/8 scale model of the city of Jerusalem. Or it could be something as simple as washing your hands at a rest area. So what are some things you can only do when you're on a road trip? You can type in one suggestion. You can type in a bunch of suggestions. Just keep them coming. The more suggestions you give us, the more we have to work with. All right. I think I've covered most of the things you need to know. Before we get... Many of these are things that I have actually done on road trips. That's fantastic. Oh, and also Chris Tiziano just wants everyone to know that he is a big fan of the ominous organ music. So maybe that's encouragement to get an out-of-bounds foul. We'll find out. All right, that's all you need to know from me. Thank you for your suggestions. Keep those road trip suggestions coming. But now, it is time for you to meet tonight's Comedysportz players. Let's hit it! Loyal fans, tonight, it is an epic matchup as Comedysportz returns to its live streaming shows. Tonight, the downtown Chicago Bosses defend their title against their challengers in red. From the northwest side of Cook County, the Schaumburg Schaumburglers. Leading off tonight for the Schaumburg Schaumburglers, please welcome Kelsey Myers. Loyal fans, put those 6s and 7s into the chat, use those foam fingers, and welcome the red team anchor. It's Jason Amplo. And now, the captain of the Schaumburglers, hoping to steal a victory from the bosses. It's Susan Harmon. Now, more 6s and 7s for your defending team in blue. From Chicago, Illinois, the downtown Chicago Bosses. Leading off tonight for the Bosses, please welcome Heather Scholl. On cleanup for the Bosses, choo-choo, it's Har Sonderreicher. And leading the Bosses to victory, your defending champion and captain, 6s and 7s for Kat Gotzik. And now, give it up with those Ref Love emotes for your host, your MC, your referee, Kate Cohen!
What's up, loyal fans? Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the whole wide world, in the World Wide Web, you might be joining from. This is Comedy Sports. It is Saturday night. It is 7:30 p.m. Central Time, because that's what matters. And we cannot wait to have you in our match. Patrick, how are you?
Kate, I am doing great. This is a fantastic weekend. I'm glad to be in the air conditioning, but glad to see the sunshine outside.
Me too. Did you get outside at all today?
Yes, I did. It was very warm.
It was warm. I took a little 3-mile walk is what I did today. If you can believe that, in this hot and humidity. And I bought a new whistle.
Oh, congratulations. Is that from Target?
It's from Target, which is so funny because they are one of our sponsors this week, aren't they?
I believe so. Yeah. The red card is sponsoring the red team as far as I know.
Exactly. Wonderful. The Schaumburg Target. Well, Pat, I know that you went over so much with these loyal fans. They're ready to rock and roll for this Comedy Sports match, but there is one thing that I would like to go over to make sure that I don't neglect it before we get our match started, and that's one more foul. Now, as everybody knows, I am the referee of this match. I keep everything on the tracks and in the bounds, but if somebody goes out of bounds, you are already aware of that foul that exists, but there is another foul that I want to make sure everybody knows about, and that is the technical foul. Since we are doing this show at the mercy of Comcast or RCN or whoever your provider may be, is there somebody better than Comcast? Please tell me, because I don't like them. Anyways, I would love to know who your internet provider is. Put it in the chat. If your internet or one of our players maybe freezes, their internet glitches, if they're on mute when they're not supposed to, I can blow my whistle, call a technical foul, and that player will lose 2 points for their team. So if you see what, Pat, I know your internet is top notch, buddy. Don't be playing. Yeah, and I know you're unmuted too, because you're a pro, so don't be playing.
It's true.
Yeah, don't be playing. So we are ready to rock and roll. So Pat, let's get this match started. So I got one thing to say, and it's captains to my screen. Let's get some 6s and 7s going in the chat. All right, Captain Cat, hello. Captain Susan, I know that you're burgling. So please go ahead.
Every day she's burgling.
Wait, you can see me right now? Oh no!
Sorry, it's my ref powers. Please go ahead and shake hands or make some sort of nicety at one another, however you'd like.
Smoke bomb.
Fantastic, great. So here is my question for you both. This is a coin toss, and instead of a regular coin toss to decide who will initiate and who will receive in this opening head-to-head match, I would like for you, in the next 5 slow seconds, to please go to your kitchen and grab a snack that you think I would like, because I am quite hungry. Ready, set, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 1/4, 1. Great, we are finished. Captain Susan, your burglin' butt was here first. So I'm gonna ask you first, what did you bring for me?
I brought you a bag of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, stolen straight from the box, but they crunch too loud, so you should have them.
Wow, okay, that's a strong start. Captain Cat, what have you got?
A cutie!
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Cutie, you can take a hike, cutie. CTC gets it. Yes! Wonderful, great. I'll get my vitamin C from Gummy Vitamins, because this is America. All right, so Captain Susan, you can challenge the blue team to this opening head-to-head game. What will it be?
Well, I mean, now that you can see us, you can probably hear us as well, so just let's go ahead and just do pass the mic since we can all just hear each other.
We can hear each other. Kat, do you accept?
Backfire. That's our best game.
What? Oh no, Sean.
Good.
All right, field and screen all of your teams. And yes, thank you, Scootsy Doubleday, CTC, all the way, all day long, till I die. Wonderful. So this is going to be the game of Pass the Mic. This is our first opening game of the match, which means there are 5 points on the line for either team to snatch in this game. Pass the Mic is a rhyming game. It is also an elimination game. So these players are going to be rhyming one-syllable names or words, and those are the first suggestions that I need. So if you could please put them in the chat right now. And yeah, Chris, if Burglar Butt doesn't make a t-shirt, Jason, I'm gonna be really mad. I'm just imagining a butt with a little mask. I'm gonna stop talking. So if you could go ahead and put some single syllable words or names in that, yep, like that, like Kate, like Hugh, thank you, Louie, thank you, Mark. And go ahead and put those in the chat. What's gonna happen is one player is gonna kick off and they are going to throw that word out and say, pass the mic, pass the mic. They will pass the mic to another player and they will have to make another rhyme with that same word, passing the mic from player to player. Now, here's what will happen. If a player repeats a rhyme that has already been said, does not rhyme, or says something that is completely out of left field bananas, I will blow my whistle and they will be off my screen. The last player left standing at the end of this game of Pass the Mic wins the first 5 points of the match. So, Fleminem, nice to see you. How are you? Ted is what we are going to start with, is our first name. Now, here is the order in which we shall be passing the mic. It is going to go Heather, Susan, Catherine, Jason, Cars, Kelsey, and we will be passing the mic thusly. So for the game of Pass the Mic, your first name is Ted. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Again.
He's Coach Lasso. Yeah, that's Ted. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Like being alive, it's better than dead. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I got some rhymes in my head. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
The best color in the world is the color of red. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm pretty sleepy. I'm going to bed. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Steal my joke. Give me some cred. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I want to be an extra on Chicago Med. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Number 2 pencils, got no lead. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm too sexy, said Fred. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I gotta sew. Better get me some thread. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Ooh, Superman's a partner. His Zed. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I was bleeding. Guess I bled. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Do you have an uncle named Ned? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Pass
I'm
the
still
salami.
single, looking to be wed. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I went to college. I'm educated. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Kat, I am so sorry. It's educated, and don't just tell me that that's the way to pronounce it. I'm sorry. You are off my screen. We have another word, and it is coming from my team Bookmark. Hi. And it is bug. Bug is going to be your word. Now, I'm going to do a brand new order, and it is going to go Cars, Jason, Heather, Susan, Kelsey. No, Kelsey was last time.
Yeah.
I just said it's going to go Kelsey, Cars, Heather, Jason, Susan. Here we go. Your word is bug. Here we go.
Look at that cute little tiny bug. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Ooh, my floor. It needs new rug. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Pouring a cup of coffee in my mug. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I'm gonna take that coffee and I'm gonna chug. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, crap. It's a rug. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Susan, first of all, I need you to watch your bounds, my friend. And also, we have already had a rug. You are off my
Rugs are dangerous.
You're off my screen.
They're dangerous.
We are keeping the same exact order, except this time there's just no Susan. We'll miss you, but that's it. Sydney, I heard it in the beginning and I loved it. Your new rhyme is Hugh. Hugh is your name. 2 and 2. Here we go, Kelsey.
You know it's Laurie, Hugh. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
The team that's gonna win, blue, pass the mic. Pass the mic.
She's really awesome. It's Florence Pugh. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Something smells. Pew. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Shoo! Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I got a train. It goes choo-choo. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh no, I think I have the flu. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I mix flour and butter and I make the roux. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Hey, you and I, we should build a zoo. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Kelsey, I'm sorry. That did rhyme, but I know all of us, we know in society, we don't build a zoo, we buy a zoo.
We buy a zoo.
But I wanna build.
Not we built a zoo, we bought a zoo. All right.
Ref Kate, can I say something real quick?
I mean, yeah, is it gonna subvert something I just said?
No, we played this game last night and I got this far and we played this game. I'm just having a really good night with this game.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? Then you probably are okay to just stop now, right? No. Great. Get off my
Okay.
We're down to our last 2. That's all right. Harsh peaked last night. He doesn't need to keep going. So this is our last round. Heather and Jason, it is up to you. 5 points on the line. Allie, great to see you, friend. Your suggestion of flow is exactly what we needed. Your last word is going to be flow. Heather, you are the home team and defending champs, so you will begin. 5 points on the line. Begin.
Hars is out. I'm gonna go with the flow. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I lift weights, I say, hey, bro, pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I have a cute godson. His name is Bo. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
At night, I light up and glow. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
The red team, they gotta go. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Plants, they grow. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh, that lawn, I gotta mow. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
And then the clippings, I gotta blow. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
To this red team, I say no. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
When I call someone, I say, hey, yo, pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Oh no, you're stooping pretty low. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
Yes, no. Pass the mic.
Oh.
That was a repetition. I am sorry, Jason. Those 5 points go to the blue team. Oh,
All right.
wow. Pat,
Yes.
what an opening game.
Yes, it is. That is one of the closest competitions I've ever seen in that, and completely fair to both teams.
It was completely fair to both teams. I mean, you know something? Here's the thing. I don't know if I'm necessarily drunk with power, but I'm certainly impaired with power, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine wielding it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Ref responsibly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. Hars, I hope you'll forgive me. So let's go ahead and get our Captain Cat to the field. Thank you, Sydney. I appreciate it. I am impaired with power. Captain Cat, please join
You
us.
you can hear me.
I can hear you. I just can't see you. There you are. And you know something? This is a really good time to remind everybody. I know that, Chris, thank you for putting in the chat a little bit earlier. But if you have not yet checked out our Comedy Sports merchandise, brother, you are really missing out. There are fantastic t-shirts, incredible designs that you can get, not only on shirts, but on all kinds of things, all kinds of different items for your home and your office or your home office. So definitely go and check out, especially this new merch, which is really fantastic.
Some good looking new merch in there.
Real good looking new merch. So, Kat,
Yes.
you are on the board with the first 5 points of the match, which means you get to play your team choice game What would you like to play?
Well, we would like to play the game of audition with the help of Pad.
Wonderful. So we definitely have to get Pad's permission for that. Pad, how do you feel?
I am ready.
Excellent. All right. Thank you, Pad. So can you please give me, loyal fans in the chat, any occupation at all, like a plumber or a water well, someone who mines the well, an occupation. And then can you also please, in the chat, give me any city in the United States, like Chicago or Phoenix, but not those. So this is the game of audition, and as you heard Captain Cat say, Pad is going to be part of this game. What is going to be happening is Pad is going to be the director and writer and producer of a local theatrical production, and he will be holding auditions. And so the blue players will be different characters that are auditioning for this play, but as you may or may not know, in most auditions, you will often get some notes from the director to ask you if you can make some adjustments so that they can see your range, and Pad's going to be doing exactly that. So, this is, okay, here we go. Fantastic. So this is going to be, it's similar, not necessarily a Shakespearean play, but maybe that's where Pad got his inspiration. But this is going to be auditions for the play of The Influencer of Tampa. So Pad, this is The Influencer of Tampa. The game is audition. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, hi there, everybody. So thank you all for coming down to the Alachua Community Theater Playhouse. I'm really excited. I'm putting on an original play that I co-wrote with my aunt. It's called The Influencer of Tampa, and it's based on real things that I imagine happened to me. But before we get into the play, why don't I go ahead and just meet each of you who auditioned today. There's supposed to be a cast of 12, but we only had 3 people sign up. But yes, you there who brought your own beverage with you, if you could just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name is Chris Reedy, and my friends and I aren't buying gifts anymore. We're just doing experiences.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I'd love to hear more about that, and maybe we can work it into the play. Can I get your name one more time? I'm sorry.
Chris, it's Chris Reedy. Christina.
Thank you so
But
much.
people call me Chris. What's your name?
My name? Oh, my name is Jeff Ebor.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, that's Ebor of the Ebor City Ebors. Yes, you with the hat. Oh, sorry, and the glasses. Sorry, with the hat and the clear glasses.
Oh, hey, I'm Chuck Garrity, and I had a midlife crisis, and my wife encouraged me to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming an actor. And you said you had 3 signups, but you're in for a treat because there's 4. Binky is also here.
Oh, well, that just improved our odds of getting this cast list filled. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you both. I will need Binky to sign up on an extra audition form if that's okay. And yes, thank you, Binky. And then finally, the other auditioner with the hat and the glasses, but not the clear glasses.
Yes, hello. My name is Hars H. Hars. And after starring in the silver screen and the small screen and my many Grammys, I've come back to the theater, and I'm proud to audition for your play.
Well, I got to tell you, it's an honor to have you here. Can I just ask you, how do you spell Hars?
H-A-R-S.
H-A-R-S? And then how do you spell the second Hars there?
It's H-A-R-Z.
Wonderful. And then what's the H stand for in the middle?
Hars.
Okay. I'm just going to take a guess on that one. All right, everybody. You should all have your sides with you. So this is from The Influencer of Tampa. Now, in this scene, we have 3 friends who have all just gotten onto social media, and they're all at Tampa's most prestigious restaurant, the Macaroni Grill. Now, each of you is trying to get the most beautiful picture of your food you can, and that's caused tension. I'll go ahead and let's see. Why don't we have Chris? Why don't you play Jeffrey? Chuck? Why don't you play Melinda? And Hars? Why don't you play Spricolny?
Aww.
Oh, and yes, Binky, we do need someone to play the meddlesome waiter.
Oh!
All right, we're just going to take it. Act 1, Scene 1. Let's just take it. Feel free to run with stuff too. Go.
Stringcore, I don't think you have the light.
No, Obviously I don't. I'm just gonna adjust my plate a little bit more so the simple bulb in this overhead light will shine perfectly.
You
It's so
have
great.
you have to have your own ring. Excuse me, can I interest you in a beverage?
Oh, just water for me, thank you.
Water? Well, that's not gonna help me with my tip.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and say cut there. I don't know if that's what we say in the theater, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that term. We all know what it means.
Yes.
I just want us to jump ahead. I'm gonna switch things around. I just want to see how everyone fits into some other roles. So we're gonna jump ahead to the start of Act 2. This is where we've just come back from the crisis. All that we know now is that everyone is one follower away from being the first friend to 1 million followers, and each of these 3 characters is now trying to perform the most outrageous stunt for that last follower.
This is so great, Jeff. Good job.
All right, so you each have about 20 seconds to have that dramatic moment where you pitch your incredible, unbelievable stunt. Let's start with Chris.
It says here that I am going to strip and run to the 50-yard line of Raymond James Stadium. What is Raymond James Stadium? I mean, it sounds big and great.
Flawless. That was perfect. Chuck, why don't we have yours?
All right.
What's Raymond? All right.
Here, my plan I chose for my stunt that I will single-handedly disappoint every single person in my family by choosing to pursue my dream of Olympic diving for the gram.
You got this.
That's wonderful. And then Hars HRs.
Yeah, with your permission, Jeff, I'm just gonna go a little bit off book.
No, perfect.
Yes, alrighty, take it here. Hey everyone, it's your boy Spicoli here. I'm your influencer. I'm about to dive into this mac and cheese. What up? Everybody, check it out. Let me get it lined up right there. You go. Awesome. I'm here with my boys, mac and cheese night. Woo!
Wow, you streamed that straight to my phone, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loyal fans, I hope you were inspired and feeling artistic, but you need to keep that game locked in your gray matter because it is going to go up against the red team's team game, and then you're going to have to vote on which one you prefer. So start feeling stressed out now, because if there's anything I like, it's sharing my stress. Captain Susan, get your little...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've wandered into this improv match. I'm sorry, I'm lost.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, what were you looking for?
Oh, I don't know. I am clearly not Captain Susan.
Okay, no problem.
Haha! I got you.
What a
If you
chameleon.
had something, I could have burgled it.
Okay.
Still got it.
Right. Fair enough.
That's the best master of disguise I've seen since Dana Carvey.
Right?
Thank you.
Fool
Thank
me
you.
once. So, Captain Susan, you now get to play a team choice game. You saw what you were up against with that game of audition. What would you like to play?
Well, as professional Sean burglars, as you can tell, we mastered our art of fading into the background, also in the theater, but we were all in soap operas. So we'd like to play soap opera.
Excellent, wonderful. And so for this game of soap opera, Captain Susan, for your starting suggestion, would you like a location or the title of your soap opera?
Oh, give us the title.
You got it. Wonderful. So loyal fans, let me explain this in just a moment, but the first thing I need from you is in the chat, if you could put a suggestion for a soap opera title that has never been soap operaed before. So we have Days of Our Lives, we have Guiding Light, we have The Young and the Restless and 48 Hours, and what's the one with the witches and the paradise? What's it called? Passions.
Yeah. Oh,
Passions.
classic.
What we need is ones that don't exist. So in a moment, I'm going to take one of these suggestions, and what the red team is going to do is they are going to begin improvising a scene from that soap opera. However, what I am going to need throughout this game is your suggestions. So be ready at your keyboard, because at any point I can blow my whistle and come to the chat for another suggestion of something that you might see in a soap opera that will make it even more incredible. So Bethany, Passions is already a soap opera. Wonderful. Scootsy, I'm gonna go ahead and take Sweet Shop Serenade. I don't know what it means, but I'm gonna take it. So to get ready for this next suggestion, before we start Sweet Shop Serenade, Sweet Shop Serenade. That's difficult. If you can please go ahead and put in the chat for me, loyal fans, suggestions of a physical position that you might see in a soap opera, like, you know, a feint across a divan, and of course remember the out of bounds foul when you do that. So a physical position that you might see, and then also a plot twist that might happen in a soap opera. Go ahead and just start populating the chat with all that stuff, and also give me a couple strong emotions. So this is Sweet Shop Serenade. I will be coming to you for more suggestions. Players, are you ready? Begin.
Samuel, thank you for coming to my sweet shop. I'm just so worried that we won't be able to get the funds before they'll close us.
Bruh, I would do anything to come here to the Sweet Shop Serenade. And I've done everything to get here. I've crossed over.
Samuel, will you do anything, including murder?
Yes, I would murder for you, Deborah.
Say it again, Samuel.
I would murder for you, Deborah.
Say it louder into this recorder.
Samuel, hey baby, it's your wife, Denise.
Denise, what are you doing here at the Sweet Shop Serenade?
Well, freeze. Everyone realizes they're clones. Continue.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, I just got very distracted, Samuel. I came to bring you your lunch, but what am I wearing? What am I wearing? I shouldn't be wearing this.
Rebecca, you're not yourself lately. It's almost like you're someone else.
You're right. I am somebody else. It's me! Your long-lost husband, Bert!
Jason, you need to now incorporate a dramatic whiskey pour and drink. Kelsey and Susan, you need to incorporate dramatic turn and gasp.
Oh my goodness! I need myself a good stiff drink!
Wait, which of my original husbands are you?
Bert number 4!
Bert number 4?
Yeah! You thought he was dead, and you thought Denise was dead, but we're all here!
What? I need another stiff drink!
I heard some talk about murder and thought I would fit right in.
Freeze! You all feel the emotion of passion.
Bert, I'm so glad that you've come back. Now is my soon-to-be 15th husband. Please.
Well, I didn't come to propose to you.
Susan, your teeth were stolen. Jason, that drink was actually poison. Kelsey, you just got a major inheritance.
I'm very rich.
Oh no! The drink! There was something wrong with it!
I just made a ton of money and came to rub it in on all of you.
Who will you propose to if not to me in the sweet shop?
I'm here to propose to me, Denise. Oh my God, you're so pretty!
And that's time!
You take that back now.
I'm sorry. Look, Passions hasn't been on since I was in 7th grade.
Look, it made it to syndication. That's all that matters, and there's a DVD collection.
Wow, Pat, I love that you know that, and of course you know that. But there are bigger things that are happening right now, which is
Right.
Loyal fans, you just saw 2 games. You saw the game of soap opera. You saw the game before that I now can't remember. Audition.
Yes.
Decide who gets those 5 points.
All right, and by the way, speaking of segues, this shirt that I'm wearing is the official uniform of CSZ Business. If you would like anyone to help facilitate a learning experience at your company, or a team building workshop or a communication skills class, check us out. Visit cscchicago.com and check out our corporate classes.
Ooh, also, the Passion, apparently, Poem Lady Mrs. G, you didn't like the Passion, and that's okay. Okay, we are getting closer and closer. And that is it. All right, those 5 big points go to our Schomburglers. Up.
Schomburglers, schmomburglers.
Not working.
I'm with you, Poem Lady.
Captains, join me on the field. Or just Susan. Is that you? It is you. Yeah, see,
It is
you
me.
didn't put your mask on. I didn't see you.
I'm prepared.
There you are. Okay, no worries. Oh, Kat. Oh, hi, Kat. Hi. So Susan, since you just won that last match, I'm gonna let you choose, but we do need Kat here so that we can make sure that her team accepts. So Susan, we are gonna play another head-to-head game. We're tied up. Who's gonna take the lead? What game would you like to challenge them to?
You know, as Schomburglers, the only thing better than a good Schomburgle is a good crime. So I would like us to play the game of CSI.
Oh,
CSI, schmiSI.
Wow.
Ooh, not coming back from that one.
That's a technical
I'm gonna
term.
take that as an accept. So field your teams, get them on my screen. This is the game of CSI, and loyal fans, if you have not yet seen this game, you're in for some burgling fun, because this is a pun-based game, as these games often are. So what I need from you in this suggestion hole in the chat is, can you please go ahead and type in nouns, any nouns at all, persons, places, things. It could be locations.
My favorite new location is the suggestion hole.
Actually, the CSC branded bar, the suggestion hole.
So what's going to happen is, thank you for these suggestions. What is going to happen is they are going to all be taking the place of a CSI detective, similar to hero and heartthrob David Caruso. And if you remember the way that this character on CSI used to always approach a crime scene, he would see the crime scene and then he would make some sort of pithy pun about what he was seeing. So for example, let's say the crime scene had a bunch of bananas all over it. He might say, wow, looks like the perpetrator split. Yep, exactly. And that explosion is to die for. Please do it every time. All right, so the first thing that we are going to start with is, I see a haunted house. So that is going to be the suggestion, is a haunted house. Players, this is the game of CSI. I'll be calling you Burn Box style. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Good. Heather.
Looks like this guy's now a ghost.
Kelsey.
Looks like this perpetrator started crying and went, boo hoo.
Cars.
Hey, there's a dead body down here. Check it out. All right. Hey, you rookies, don't let this be too scary.
Great. Team Bookmark coming through with the ridiculous suggestions. Your next one is going to be a dressage horse. A dressage horse. Here we go. Susan.
Oh, no, everyone, it's a dead body. You should step away.
Cat.
Looks like this guy was a little too hot to trot.
Jason.
Looks like somebody was a little bit too into high stepping.
Alright, we're gonna change it up. This next one is gonna be the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox. Hars.
Hey! Everyone get out, there's a dead body right here! Oh, jeez! Oh, ran out of the 7-inning stretch.
Kelsey.
There's nothing like a dead body that makes me hungry for a pizza made by Home Run.
Heather.
You know what? His final words were probably a question. Are you gonna commisk me?
All right. This next one is going to be Jurassic Park. Kelsey.
Oh man, that's a dead body. Everybody, stop what you're doing and hold on to your butts.
And that's time. We'll call it right there. Ooh! I tell you, that sound effect never gets old, and that explosion.
That explosion,
Oh boy.
next level.
That's old. All right, Pad, what do we need to do now? I feel like we should leave it up to the loyal fans to decide who they like better. Democracy, am I right?
I think this is perfect in their hands. There's a poll right now up at the top of the screen. If you open that, you can vote on who gets those points, the red team or the blue team. And guess what? If you watch our channel, you're getting channel points for free. You can use those to vote extra times for a team or player that you think did an extra specially good job. And guess what? If you subscribe to our channel using, for example, your Amazon Prime membership, which gives you a free subscription on Twitch every single month, you get an extra 20% worth of channel points free just for watching this channel.
Right? Why would you not do that? People like free things, you know? If you turn down a free thing, something is wrong.
Exactly. And again, if you have an Amazon Prime membership, you get a free subscription every month. You just have to click the little button in the video window that says subscribe. And that's one of the many ways you can support our theater. And you can support your community by typing !community, where you can find our community resource guide. So I'll do that right now as those final votes come in.
Thank you, Dad, for doing that. And it looks like while you put that in the chat, the blue team has come through. They are back on top and in the lead 10-5. Amazing. Woo! Amanda, thank you for that gift stub. Much appreciated.
And I also want to thank Chris Diciano and Ali Does Improv earlier for their gift subs. They sent some of those earlier, and I forgot to say something.
No worries. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Amanda, for those gift subs. We so appreciate you. And new folks, let's see. Jay Fiesta, come on in. Welcome to our community. All right. Captains, you have joined us on the screen, and it looks like Blue Team, you are ahead 10-5. Now, here's the thing. This is not a dire situation. Loyal fans who know what's going on, you know that there are a lot of points left on the table because we are about to head into the hardest game at CSZN, and that game is 6 things. So Susan, Catherine, I'm looking at the wrong person. Either way, you got to get a person out of this screen and into the void of the internet because they are needing to guess for 6 things. So it's a big responsibility. Kat, I'm glad you are eating that cutie. I will be stuffing my face later with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Who are coming out of the room?
Me.
You're sending out yourself? All right. Well,
I'm sending myself out. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy that. Those vitamins. Susan, who are you sending out the room?
Since we're behind, we have no choice now but to steal your hearts. We're sending Kelsey.
Oh my gosh, Kelsey and Kat. What a really just killer 2 guessers. Now, this is the game of 6 things. So, loyal fans who know the game, It is on like a prawn. And so, yep, I just put that out into the world. So you know that at the beginning of this match, Pad went and got sneakily some suggestions for those 6 things. And when our players, Kelsey and Kat, come back in the room, they're going to have to guess with the help of their teams all 6 of these things, plus some incredibly difficult substitutions. So what I need from you all are just a billion suggestions, or suggos, as Todd Page says, but I don't like that, so I'm not going to say it. And I need them in the chat. So, Pat, it looks like we have our 6 things. The first one is going to be driving a long way. I like that. Not too far, just a long way.
Yeah, it's a very long way. So you get there.
Yeah. So driving a long way, that's where Kat will start. It's so easy. We need to make it more difficult. So can you please put in the chat for me, we've been talking a lot about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you could put your favorite breakfast food, that's not cereal, in the chat for me. And then if you could also please put in the chat a landmark somewhere in the United States. So like I was just in Arizona, near the Grand Canyon, but I didn't go there because I was hanging out with my family. So go ahead and put in the chat. Wonderful. Okay, great. So we're going to be driving a long way, but the car is not really a car. The car is going to be oatmeal. And the road that you are driving on is not actually a road at all. It is Yosemite National Park. So that's what we're going to do with all of these 6 things. We're going to make them happy. So Pam, can you go ahead and take number 2 for me?
Absolutely. And I might have missed this. Are we getting suggestions for each one, or did you just ask for a whole bunch of nouns?
Oh, I mean, you can use whatever you want, Pat.
Yes.
No, this is your oyster. I trust you.
All right. So for eating too much beef jerky, I have a question for you. What's something that you will always splurge on whenever you're buying it? Like it's worth it to pay a little bit extra for that for yourself. And then what's something that you hate spending money on, that you have to pay more, like 1 penny more than it's worth, you just can't stand it? So what's the most? Yeah.
Beets. Beets are a racket. Don't be buying pre-roasted beets. Roast them yourself. Buy loose beets and roast them yourself.
Loose Beets is the name of my lo-fi channel on YouTube.
Loose beets in a suggestion hole.
All right. So the instead of beef jerky, the beef jerky itself is going to be video games. So you're eating too many video games, and your stomach is going to be a champagne.
A champagne from the Champagne region. Wonderful. Thank you, Pat. So the next thing we're going to be doing is listening to an audiobook. Isn't that great? So can you please put in the chat for me something that you would find in outer space? I would really love that. So the audiobook, you're not going to be listening to that audiobook on a... You know what? Don't listen to me. You're not going to be using headphones for that audiobook. It's not a headphone. Instead, it is going to be guacamole. Your headphones are guacamole. And the book that you are listening to is not a book at all. It is actually Sandra Bullock.
Very cool. And
yeah.
For sleeping in the back seat, what's something that you would only expect to see if you were a tourist somewhere? Like that could be overseas, that could be in the US, it could be in your home state. What's something you don't see around your own home, but you would expect to see if you were taking a trip somewhere else in the world? And in the meanwhile, I'm going to say that the actual seat of the back seat is going to be Sandra Bullock.
Oh, I just took Sandra.
Oh, you just took Sandra Bullock. It's literally right in front of me on the screen. I don't know what's wrong with me. Instead, your back seat is going to be the asteroid belt, or asteroids.
I love it.
It's basically the plot of Gravity.
It is a plot of Gravity. We're slowly creating gravity from all of these suggestions.
And then the actual car, the car that you are sleeping in, is going to be, you know what? It's just trees, just a bunch of trees.
There's a whole bunch of trees. Wonderful. Next, you're going to be doing a photo shoot in the desert. I like that. It's so specific. Very album cover. So you're going to be doing a photo shoot in the desert. Can you please, in the chat, give me a suggestion of a very cold location? So like Antarctica or North Pole or or anything in between those two parts of the world would be fantastic. So you are going to be doing a photo shoot in the desert, but the camera that is doing the photo shoot, Amanda, I love this suggestion, so I'm going to take it from before. The camera is actually a brochure in a hotel lobby.
Dang it, I was going to use that one.
Well, too bad, Pat. You snooze, you lose, buddy. You gotta get on it. So, wonderful. What did I say? The camera is a brochure in a hotel lobby. And ooh, Brian, I really, really love this. The desert that you are in is actually not the desert. It is the Fortress of Solitude. And I know that's where is it an Avenger or a superhero hangs out? Is it He-Man? It's Superman?
Yep.
You guys can't see Jason. He's trying to mime Superman in the background, and it's working. I mean, I got it, right?
You should play this game.
He should play this game. Get out here, Jason. Oh, me? All right. You're in the Fortress of Solitude. Now, you might notice that one's a little bit more difficult. That's because numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are worth 5 points each. However, numbers 5 and 6 are more difficult. They are worth 10 points each. So that's why we're ratcheting up the difficult. Pad, can you get our last number 6, please?
Yeah, for this one, I have a pretty open question. What's a suggestion you've seen given in the past for 6 things? Either something that you had or that you saw someone else type in that you were just like, yes, that's awesome. I wish they'd taken that. So what's your missed opportunity suggestion that you wish we'd taken before?
Loose beats.
Loose beats.
Loose beats.
Is that...
Roast a loose beat, people. Don't be scared. It's not going to dye your fingers. So many vitamins. They're so delicious. They're so versatile. Loose beats.
All right, let's see. I love this. You are arguing with Siri, and the voice of Siri that you're hearing is going to be the idea of an alternate reality. So Siri's voice is an alternate reality or parallel universe.
I love it.
And then the actual iPhone that you were holding, I'm assuming that's what you have Siri loaded up on, is going to be... I have to take it. I can't not take this. It's an Irish lumberjack.
Oh, truly the most attractive lumberjack.
I'm going to go ahead and start drafting my apology email to Kelsey right now.
Okay, I'm taking a picture. There it is. Wonderful. Okay, loyal fans, can you please give yourselves some 6s and 7s in the chat for these suggestions? We're 3 shows back from a break, and you all are crushing it. Are we crushing it? I mean, jury's out. Let us know.
Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to one of our viewers today, Wesky Lander, who earlier gave the suggestion of a Pikachu. And then when I asked of what's a suggestion that you wish at some point someone had taken, repeated their own suggestion of a Pikachu. And I just want to applaud that commitment.
Okay, great. Well, WV Skylander, I'm really sorry that we didn't use Pikachu. But come watch another match, and I'm sure we will. Well, there's another one at 9:30 Central right after this one. And so I don't know. Whoever's in that show, can we guarantee Pikachu is going to happen? It's not me. I'm too tired. Not the energy. Good gracious. All right. So we are going to get, Pat is going to text Kat and Kelsey, who have been just away from their screens and volumes in their respective locations. They're going to be coming back, and they are going to have to guess all 5 of these things. Like I said before, they are worth 5 points, 1 through 4, and then 10 points each, 5 and 6. Here is where it gets a little wacky. So they are going to have to guess, because with their teams giving them clues to guess each of these things and their respective substitutions. However, they cannot use regular words or anything else to communicate these things. What the teams have at their disposal are 2 tools, and the first one is mime. Mime, and the second one is gibberish, so a made-up nonsensical language. Through mime and gibberish, they will have 90 seconds to get their teammate to guess this thing. Now, here's the thing. While Kat is guessing, Kelsey will also be watching closely, because if Kat, at the end of 90 seconds, is not able to guess correctly, Kelsey can come in and steal the entire points for their team. So, when we get started, like I said, it's not just team to team. There are a million points on the table. So many that I haven't done the math to count. So we will start with odds, and our blue team evens, you're up red team, but again, you watching. Our first 90 seconds are on the clock. Jason, are we ready to rock and roll? Okay, so blue team, this is the game of 6 things. Begin.
Sabada, shidaba, ting ling ling ling, da da shana baka, kada da da, shinka da ba shaba, shidaba. Shadaba da shana baka ba, shida, anada da, shadaba, shidaba, oh shidaba ba, zidaba, so.
Oh, soap! Oh.
Oh, the shadaba da da, so.
One minute.
Alright, you guys beep beep beep.
Oh,
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, ding ding.
10 seconds.
All right, stop the clock. Stop the clock. There are 7 seconds remaining. Kat, what are you doing?
Driving into a small business retail store, and I'm right through the plate glass window. The car is an omelet, and the road is Old Faithful.
That is incorrect. You are driving, but you need to be more specific. And your car and your road are so wrong. You have 7 seconds.
You guys are
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is time. No more time.
That's it. Time has expired. Kat, what are
All right,
you
so I'm just driving. I'm just going on a road trip, is what I'm doing. And then, my car is not an omelet. It's scrambled eggs, fluffy scrambled eggs with milk. And I'm definitely going to Yosemite.
Ooh, you are going on a road trip. You're driving a long way. I'll take it. Your road is Yosemite, but your car is incorrect. So, Kelsey, we're going to you for the steal.
You want to do the whole thing?
Yup.
Oh, okay. I'm going on a long car ride, okay? And the road is Yosemite, but my car is pancake batter.
Oh, you are both incorrect. No points are rewarded. I'm sorry. It was all correct except your car was oatmeal.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to number 2.
Right.
No points have been awarded. Red team, come on up. Kelsey, get ready to guess. Your 90 seconds starts now.
I was gonna.
Poof.
Askana, ha. Du's gonna have a hammer. D's gonna have a Kaskana. Oh, it's Ubino Kaska.
It's a sweet spot. It's like.
Zaplika, Abaraka, hop. Ooh, a ticket.
One minute remains.
He's gonna. Ooh, goose gonna. Oh,
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Here. Tink.
Oh, tink. Is it splooshy or
Splooshy.
All right, stop the clock. What are we at?
We are at 17 seconds.
Kelsey, what are you doing?
Well, all right. I'm gonna say exactly what I saw there, and I'm eating some bad beef jerky. Okay, and then
It's close. You got to clean it up a little bit, but go ahead.
okay, and then the beef jerky is Space Invaders, the video game, And then
Mhm.
my stomach is, my upset stomach is champagne.
Okay, so I am gonna take those two replacements, okay, of jerky is Space Invaders, a video game, and your stomach is champagne, but you need to clean up what the activity is. You have
Okay.
7 seconds, go.
Oh,
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Okay, stop the clock. You have 6 seconds, Kelsey. What are you doing? And give me all of the replacements.
I'm eating a lot of bad beef jerky. And the beef jerky is Space Invaders, and my stomach is champagne.
Loyal fans in the chat, give me a 6 if you want me to give it to her. Give me a 7 if you don't want me to give it to her. Come on.
What do I need to fix? Do we have more time?
You have 6 seconds left. We'll see if we need them. 6, 7, 7, 6, 7. Oh, it's even. Oh, it's still even.
Still pretty even. All right, you got 6 seconds to clean it up.
Wait, Kate, what's she fixing? What's she fixing?
The activity.
Zabaraka, uskana habaraka,
3, 2, 1, 0. That is time. That is time. No more time remains.
Kelsey, what is your? Just give me what you are doing.
What did I say before? Too much or a lot?
Wait, what was that?
I'm eating a lot of beef jerky.
You know what? You
Too
are.
much of beef jerky. I'm eating too much. Come on, I got it.
You know what? I'm in charge. The points are awarded. It was eating too much beef jerky. 5 points go to Kelsey.
5 points to the Sean.
I didn't hear anything. Okay.
Oh, Shadabaka did the Shinabakaba, Sadaba Pufshada, did the Shadabaka. Sadaba, oh, Shadabada, ooh, Shadabada. Shada, hum dum dum, hum dum dum dum, Shadaba. Shidaba, Shidaba, Shabaka.
1 minute remains. 1 minute remains.
All right, stop the clock. Stop the clock. We are at 37 seconds. Cap, what are you doing?
All right, I'm listening to an audiobook. My earphones are mashed potatoes, and the book is The French Connection.
Your replacements are not correct. You got to clean up what your headphones and your book is, but you are listening to an audiobook. You got 37 seconds. Clean it up.
Igashaba. 30 seconds.
Oh, Shadabaka, Shidababa, Shambakaba, oh, Shadaba, oh, Kambaba, oh, Shadaba, 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 Shida, Shaba, Shiba,
10 seconds. 5. Sorry.
Left if you need them. Cap, what are you doing?
All right, I'm listening to an audiobook. My earphones are avocados, and and the book is Speed.
Oh, you're very close on both of those, but not exactly. Please, you have 4 seconds to clean it up. Here we go.
3, 2,
Oh, okay.
1, 0. That is time. That is time. No more time remains.
All right, you are out of time. Kat, what are you doing?
I'm listening to an audiobook. The audiobook is my earphones are guacamole.
Correct.
And all right, and the book itself is Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh, that is not correct. You are listening to an audiobook. Your headphones are guacamole. But Kelsey, do you want to come in for the steal?
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I am listening to an audiobook. And my headphones are guacamole, and the book is Keanu Reeves.
No points are rewarded.
Is it Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, it was Sandra. Moving on. No points awarded. All right, Kelsey, we are on to you with number 4. Your 90 seconds. Red team, get ready. Starts now.
He's gonna hold a car.
1 minute. 1 minute left.
Zabana, Kuskana, Kuskana, Hamanaka, Wafkana, Tiskana.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Tickety.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
All right, stop the clock. Stop the clock. We are at 5 seconds. And also, Jason, if you could please remove 2 points from the red team for that technical foul. Jason, you froze for a long time. I don't make the rules. Yes, I do. Kelsey, what are you doing?
All right, well, I was so tired from driving, I had to go take a nap in the back seat.
That's correct.
The back seat itself, was the meteor belt that you see in the sky, and the car is just a bunch of happy little flowers getting their photosynthesis in for the day.
Okay, you are taking a nap and sleeping in the back seat. You have to clean up what the back seat is. It's very close, but it is not correct. And the car, you also need to clean that up, but you are close. You have 5 seconds. Begin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is time. That is time.
All right, Kelsey, number 4 for 5 points. What are you doing?
All right, taking a nap in the back seat, and my back seat is Orion's butt. I don't know, and then
Go ahead. I wish it was.
and then the car is chopping down trees and yelling, "Timber! Don't get hit. You might die."
Kelsey, no, you got farther away.
Okay, well I don't know. That's debatable.
Pat, do you
How
want
is that wrong?
to feel? What do you got?
All right, so I'm taking a nap in the back seat. The back seat is a asteroid belt,
Oh!
and the other part. Hold on. The other part is like
Show at 9:30.
is primordial trees, primeval trees.
I wish I could give it to you, but no points are awarded. You were taking a nap in the back seat. Correct. The back seat was an asteroid belt, but the car was just a whole bunch of trees, not flowers. No
Oh!
Sorry. The car.
Pretty sure I was right. Pretty sure I was right there.
All right, so we are headed into numbers 5 and 6. As you know, loyal fans, give them a whole bunch of 6s and 7s and Orion's butts, because these are going to get even more difficult. They're worth 10 points each. So, Kelsey, be watching closely. Kat, we are on to number 5. Blue team, 90 seconds, start down.
Oh,
Bruzibaja. Iga shabasa. Aga sabata. Asabajaba. Zabada.
Oh, asarabashi.
Iga shaba. Iga saba. Asabi saba. Ba.
Asara. Oh, asarabasha. Chica. So,
Oh, Shadabasha.
1 minute.
Ha Shabada. Shinabaka. Ha Shadaba. Sukalima Shabada. Sababa. Oh, da 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 Shidaba. Shibaba. Oh, Shadabata. Shidaba. Shidaba. Shiba. Oh. Shadabata.
Iga saba. Iga. Oh, gashaba.
30 seconds.
Da. Oh, iga shaba. Asaba. King. Gazaba. Oh, agasaba shaba. Oh, saba. Oh, asaba. Iga shaba.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
7 seconds left. Kat, what are you doing?
I'm taking an old-timey Old West photo, and the Old West is like the Superman's Crystal Palace, but untidy. And the camera is the camera's one of those brochures you find at a hotel at the concierge desk.
Correct, and I love you for it. And Heather, that was amazing. You need to clean up what your activity is. It is not correct, but it's close, and you need to clean up where you are. You have 7 seconds. Begin.
Iga saba. Ooh.
5,
Oh, Shadaba.
2, 0. That is time. That is
Time
time.
has expired. Kat, you know what your camera is. What is everything else?
All right, so my camera is a concierge brochure, and I'm taking a picture of someone, and then also the outdoors is just a single crystal from Superman's palace.
Unfortunately, that is not correct. Kelsey,
No?
you for the 10-point steal.
All right, well, I'm having that classic photo shoot in the desert everyone does.
That is correct.
And then my camera is, of course, that brochure you find in the hotel lobby.
Yep.
Oh, and don't get me started where the desert is. The desert is Lois Lane being like, "You, Superman, you do the dishes, Superman. It's not, gender's a spectrum, Superman. You
Yeah.
don't do that."
That's probably what
5 point.
I
Oh,
wish the
I
desert
want to-
was Lois and Superman's domestic arguments. It is not. You are doing the brochure from a hotel lobby, and your desert was the Fortress of Solitude. So we have 10 points that are still on the board. Can we get a second thing in this round? We will see. I don't know. Kelsey, it's up to you. Kat, you watching closely because anything can happen. Pad, what is our score going into this last thing?
our score going into thing number 6 is 10 for the bosses, 8 for the Schomburglers, meaning whichever team gets this takes the whole match.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure.
Anyone's match. All right. Schomburglers, your 90 seconds are up.
Zibana, Uskana, Havana. Oh, Ziskana, Tikana, Ting. Aska Piskana?
Aska Papasa.
Tuskana. Oh, Tuskana, ha, ba ba ba, da ska. Zibana, Ting. Haskana, Maskana? Oh, Tuskana, ma, Sukana.
Asha Pipa, Asha
Ba 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 ba. Zigana?
Oh, Shababa.
Shabba.
1 minute remains. 1 minute remains.
What? Shabba?
Ashaba, Fu.
chung, 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 hua. A choice. Who's gonna? Poof, 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 ooh, poof, gonna.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Dude's gonna. Habadaka. Poof, poof. Ah, tinga. Who's gonna? Habadaka. Woofafa. Hua. Who's gonna? What's gonna happen?
What is a fool in?
Who's gonna? Abadaka. Toy to toy to toy to toy to toy to toy. Wabadaka.
Stop the clock. There are 10 seconds remaining.
Okay, buckle up, everyone. So I'm talking to Siri, and the Siri itself is teleporting, and my phone is like an Irish lumberjack's beard.
Okay, so your phone is an Irish lumberjack, and I will give that to you because the beard is a part of that Irish lumberjack. However, it does involve Siri. You need to clean up who your Siri is, and you need to get more specific about your activity. You have 10 seconds. Begin.
5, 4,
Bloop, 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 bloop.
3, 2, 1, 0. That is time. That is time. No more time remains.
That is time. Kelsey for 10 points and the match.
Okay. Well, I'm in. Okay. I'm in a big ol' argument with Siri. I'm mad at Siri.
That's correct.
And Siri, hey Siri, is the concept of like portal time traveling, and the phone itself is an Irish bearded lumberjack.
Okay, so you are in an argument with Siri. Your phone is an Irish lumberjack. You do not have the rest of it correct. Kat, we're coming to you for 10-point steal and the match. What is it?
Pretty sure we won the match even if I don't steal this.
Okay, well,
But-
whatever.
Sorry to take away your drama. This is argumentation with Siri. The phone is an Irish lumberjack, and Siri herself is the phone booth from Bill and Ted.
Oh, I wish that were correct, but no. Unfortunately, no points are awarded. Siri was alternate reality. That
I was right there. Can I get like 1 point?
That's our match, everybody. That's our match.
With a final score, with a final score of 10-8. Your winners tonight are the Downtown Chicago Bosses. Let's go up for them in chat, everybody. Put in those 6s and 7s. Put in those phone fingers. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you'd like to see more every single Wednesday, you can also catch our minor league and rec league shows. To see when those shows are, type !schedule. Also, you can see more Comedy Sports shows every single Friday and Saturday right here at 7:30 and 9:30 Central. We have another 9:30 show coming up in just over half an hour, so please stick around for that. And let's give it up for all of your players from your red team. Let's hear it for Kelsey, Jason, and Susan. And from your blue team, your winners, give it up for Hars, Heather, and Kat. Don't forget Stuart Mott, your music director tonight, your stage manager, Jason Geis, and your referee, Kate Cohen. Thank you all so much. I've been Pat. Have a good night, everybody.
Everything you
much deeper when you quit playing charades. You act so cool, but underneath you seem afraid. There's something sweet about your eyes when you feel safe. But you keep running away. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. You might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste with yourself. Oh, yeah. Let yourself unfold. Yeah. Let yourself unfold. Owe it to yourself to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Open up, just spread your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly higher. Open up, just spread your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly higher. Standing on the edge while you're looking down, flying down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies, won't ya? Standing on the edge while you're looking down, fly down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies. To yourself, to dare. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love. Stepping out, it's Friday night. How I'm longing for this day. Yes, I'm single, oh, we want to mingle, and my friends are on the way. You got that good, good vibe. I want to spend some time back here with you. Oh, whoa. I got that good old times. You want to spend some time back here with me. Oh, whoa. And time after time, I am wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. Oh, that smile makes me tripping out. I wanna dance with you tonight. Yeah, you close to me, feeling good gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. She's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. Can live without. Time after time after time, I'm wondering who is she to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, 'cause she's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without. The one that I can live without.
Well, let's get it on to your favorite song. The night is young, and you got me going on every single beat. It's my heart so deep. Wanna wrap my arms around you, 'cause you sweep me off my feet. Girl, you know that there ain't nobody moving like you. You know you got me. I love the things you do. Maybe I'm getting into trouble, but I just wanna be your lover. 'Cause you're making me feel. I love when it feels right. It is just one of these nights. Love so strong, can't be wrong, all because of you. I love when it feels nice. You're the apple of my eye. Love so strong, can't be wrong, all because of you. 'Cause I love it. Love when it feels right. Ooh, I love when it feels right. Ooh, listen really close. This is how it goes. Opposites attract. Guessing everybody knows. Fire on the floor, sneaking out the door. We're just getting started, lady. Now I really want some more. Girl, you know that there ain't nobody moving like you. You know you got me. I love the things you do. Maybe I'm getting into trouble, but I just wanna be your lover. 'Cause you're making me feel. I love when it feels right. It is just one of these nights. Love so strong, can't be wrong, all because of you. I love when it feels nice. You're the apple of my eye. Love so strong, can't be wrong, so right. Feels so right. I'm saying let's go. You're saying maybe. Let's find a disco. You're stuck at home being so lazy. Hey. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. There's I've never been the one who's worried, always been the one who's keeping it cool. The kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free. I am made to be free. Well, I am made to be free. To be free. When I know that it's not how you get me. Been thinking about myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've always put my feet wherever I want to. Before I saw who I could be, kept thinking, where did I go wrong? Then realizing where I do come from. Was it how real love should feel, knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am 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 made to be free. Well, I am made to be free. That's my choice. What I need to be free. Still thinking how real love should feel, when I know that it's not about you, just me.
You hear them calling, shouting your name. Turn up the collar and walk away. Feels like you're falling, now who is to blame? Wishing you'd only be more like them. Over and over, you cry yourself to sleep. And you're colder, much colder. If only you could see. Don't you know that you're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful, no matter what the scars, no matter what they say. And we'll shout it out, louder, prouder. Ain't no one gonna hold us down, 'cause you know that we're beautiful, just the way
like forever. Try to hold it together, but I'm losing my grip. I need someone who can make me feel better. Wrap me up in a sweater, treat my pain with a kiss. Then suddenly you are here, inside my head everywhere. Where did you come from? I'm wondering, baby, are you made up of for real? Say, can you feel what I feel? 'Cause I can tell if I'm just dreaming. I wish I had a girl like you, and wish you could be real, but you're not really here, and I don't wanna wake up without you, but tonight is gonna have to do. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, I fade away. Every day you're not with me. Maybe now that you've showed me what love could be like, what can I say? I know it sounds like I'm crazy, but I need to believe in you to get through my life. Then suddenly you are here, inside my head everywhere. Where did you come from? I'm wondering, baby, are you made up of for real? Say, can you feel what I feel? 'Cause I can tell if I'm just dreaming. I wish I had a girl like you, and wish you could be real, but you're not really here, and I don't wanna wake up without you, but tonight is gonna have to do. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. I don't wanna wake up without you, but tonight is gonna have to do. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, then suddenly you are here, inside my head everywhere. Where did you come from? I'm wondering, baby, are you made up of for real? Say, can you feel what I feel? 'Cause I can tell if I'm just dreaming. I wish I had a girl like you, and wish you could be real, but you're not really here, and I don't wanna wake up without you, but tonight is gonna have to do. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you, girl like you, girl like you. I don't wanna wake up without you, but tonight is gonna have to do. If I'm gonna get with a girl like you. Let you go, but have you really gone?
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over streets and our broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the leaves. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we go and we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game, and we run on the flames till the morning light. Baby, 'cause we're
Jake ja tervetuloa Comedy Erheilu. Nyt on Comedy Erheilu on komedia leiki Andeksi about that. Sorry, I was stuck on grammatically incorrect Finnish. Welcome, everybody, to Comedysportz Online. This is comedy played as a sport. Improvisation here for your enjoyment. I'm going to be your announcer, Jacob, for tonight. Now, to get us started, if you take a look in the chat, I want to find out who is here with us tonight at this delightful 9:30 Central Time show. So I think we got a poll going right here. Now, throughout the night, we're going to be coming to you, our beloved fans in the audience, to give us votes of what you liked, which team you like better. We're going to have two teams competing for your laughter and enjoyment tonight. Now, we here at Comedysportz pride ourselves on doing a show for all ages. So that means when we give different suggestions and when we do stuff, we want to make sure we support people and don't bring anybody down. So if anybody says anything lewd, crude, lascivious, inappropriate, or just potty mouth and bad, we'll give you a warning. And if you do it again, we'll kick you out. We also have some automated robots that are doing that job as well. Now, this also applies to our players. Again, they're going to be making up everything right off the top of their head tonight. So if anything accidentally, any potty language accidentally slips out, we have what is known as the out of bounds foul, where our ref will be able to determine what punishment they have to endure for going out of bounds. So let's see here. 75% of the people say me is here. Excellent. No one says Mina. All right, unfortunate. And a bunch of us's. Excellent. Now, also throughout this show, we're going to be coming to you, our beloved fans in the chat, for suggestions. So, for example, if I said, today was a very warm and hot day, what is something that you did today? You can go ahead put that in the chat. Me personally, I biked a lot. And the gears weren't working on my bike too well, so I got it was a good leg workout when you go from a dead stop to a more intense gear. So that was a very delightful afternoon. Also, if you have any favorite activities that you like to do in winter, as a contrast to it being very hot, personally, I love walking around in the snow. I just snowshoed for the first time about a month or so ago, and that was a lot of fun. Also, if you had to go on a vacation anywhere in the universe, where would you go? Personally, again, we're going to stick with this cold theme. I think the South Pole would be really cool, an interesting place to be. Oh, awesome. Stood around the campfire from Kate Bow. Excellent. Ooh, Scootsy Doubleday doing some tubing. Oh, I love tubing. Haven't done that in a while. All right. So we've got people doing lots of great activities and lots of great places where they want a vacation. Looks like I've gone over how we get suggestions, how we're going to vote our out of bounds foul. So I think the one thing I have left to do is to call to our magical tech wizard, Jason. Can you bring out the players from the green room? Green room. Get excited, fans, and throw some 6s and 7s in the chat because we've got a great match for you tonight. Two teams competing for your enjoyment. First up, we have the Rosemont Red Rockets. Yum. Now, starting off on the Red Rockets, turn up the sound, plug in your phone because it's Jason and Blow. Get am. Pew, 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 pew. But of course, this team would not be complete without the amazing song stylings and sheer six things amazement of ours, Kelsey Myers. And leading off and captaining this team is none other than the stalwart locomotive himself, Hars Sunderricker. Choo-choo! Yeah, you heard it. But of course, they've got to go up some steep competitions in blue tonight. It is, of course, the downtown Chicago Bosses. Leading up for the Bosses is none other than famed bandit Heather Shaw. She's stealing the order of things that I thought they were. Oops. But sweet stylings. And of course, there's none other than a very musically talented. Oh wait, what? Who's that? It's Susan Harmon. Delicious raw potato. And of course, captaining the Chicago Downtown Bosses, none other than the sweet but never low Ashley Victoria. Classic winner. And of course, stand up next to your screens and clap out loud for Nicole Devon, our excellent rep for tonight. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 indeed.
Pew, pew.
Greetings, loyal fans. Jacob, it is so nice to see you back on the Zoom screen here in Twitch.
Wonderful to see you on the Zoom screen here in Twitch too, Nicole.
Oh man, what a month off we had, but we are back. We are ready for some hot action. And there's one additional foul that I do want to talk about before we get this show officially on the road. Jacob did a fantastic job of explaining how you watch Comedy Sports. Make sure you're putting all those suggestions in the chat. The more the merrier. We love to see them. But we are in the virtual world. We are relying on Wi-Fi, and I don't know about everybody else, but mine's been real wonky this week. So I am instituting the technical foul. If something happens where someone's on mute and they shouldn't be, or someone walks into the room that shouldn't, or their internet just freezes up, I will blow my whistle, I will call the technical foul, and I will instill a penalty at that time. It could be, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It depends on the severity of the foul. Does that sound fair to you, Jacob?
Oh, nothing fair.
Oh, thank you, sir. You look very good down in your little corner.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get this party started. Captains to the screen! Hello, Captain Ashley, Captain Hars. Welcome back to the sports arena. Now, out there in the world, it is my favorite time of year, everybody, and it's the Wisconsin State Fair. That's right. Take all your holidays. Don't need them. Disneyland? Nope. Wisconsin State Fair. That's where I'm at. Look, the Sky Glide's right there. I got all my fried foods. So instead of a coin toss, here's what I need each of the captains to do. I'm going to give you some examples off of the food and beverage list. Yeah, I did print it out, the new foods. I printed it out, and I'm highlighting the ones I want to eat.
As you should.
Thank you. I'm going to give you a few examples of the new foods at the Wisconsin State Fair, and then you're going to create a new food that you think that I would want to eat. Okay. And the captain that gets closer to something that I would eat wins the coin toss. A few examples of new ones. Blue Ribbon chocolate bacon cookies. They have bacon chocolate beer cherries in a spiced cookie. The chicken bacon ranch cheese curd taco. That is a mouthful. You can imagine all those things are in a thing. Cinnamon roll and bacon cheese curds, which are deep fried cheese curds dipped in sweet beer batter mixed with crispy bacon, topped with cinnamon sugar, cream cheese frosting, and bacon crumbles. Why would you go anywhere other than the Wisconsin State Fair is my question, okay? So those are just a few examples. Let your imaginations run wild. It's Wisconsin. Anything goes. Now, Hars, you are the visiting captain. I'm going to allow you to go first. Please tell me what your food item would be. What's your entry?
Excellent. Nicole, being from Wisconsin, I've been to this fair many a times, and there's so many great foods, but this one I've developed is more of a dinner plate. Like when you go, it's a dinner plate. It's going to be a half a fried chicken, I mean, really good fried chicken. Now, each piece of chicken is going to be wrapped with apple crisp thick bacon around that. And then the chicken, each piece is going to be placed in a smothering of mashed potatoes with a lovely spicy gravy just put in there. And you just put all that in a big old bowl and you eat it and get some wet wipes because you're going to need them afterwards.
Okay. All right. Good entry. Good entry.
Thank you.
Ashley.
So I'm from Chicago, but I did spend summers in Wisconsin with the family, so I do have Wisconsin roots as well. But I'm just going by the new menu items that you seemed really, really excited about. So I'm gonna go, and this is called, they're called Jesus balls. And
Love it already. I'm not gonna
what
lie.
it is,
I'm already in love.
so it's a giant cheese curd. Like these are harvested for their size. They're not little baby cheese curds that you find in your corner tavern. These are giant cheese curds, and then they've been coated in sugar. And then that sugar has been dredged in a crispy batter. But before it's fried, we wrap it in bacon, and then it's fried, and you're given to it with a dusting of powdered sugar. That's a Jesus.
I am sorry. Jesus balls wins every single time. The queen. Oh man, I can. Oh, I'm so excited. I would eat that. I would eat both of those. I would hold the gravy on Harz's, but I would definitely eat a Jesus ball. All right, Captain Ashley, you have won the right to challenge in this first head-to-head game. What game are you going to challenge them to?
Oh, we would love to play YouTube influencer.
Oh, Captain Harz, do you accept this challenge?
Well, I am an influencer, as you've seen and heard, so of course I accept this challenge.
Excellent. So in the chat, here is what I need, loyal fans. I need you to start putting a bunch of suggestions in. I would love to know hobbies that you actually have. I would love to know if one of your grandparents had a really interesting job that maybe doesn't even exist anymore, or like you don't really hear about it anymore. I would love to hear about that. These are things that are in your attic and you don't know why they're in your attic, but boy, howdy, they're up there. Things that you're scared of that are a little bit unusual. I'm scared of escalators, true story. And nicknames that you had in high school. Put all of those in the chat right now. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go through, Jacob and I are going to go through. Thank you so much. And we are going to take suggestions and we are going to assign them to each player. And that player is going to have to craft their very own YouTube channel based on that suggestion. Jason is going to highlight, Jason Geis, not Jason Amplo, but Jason Amplo, you're going to be great. You just don't have an additional job on top of, just being your influencer self. Geis on the back end is going to highlight certain videos so the players don't know when their channel is going to be on. It's like your channel surfing on YouTube, and we're going to switch through rapid fire different channels and see what content, and maybe we get bored quick and we move on. All right, so here is what let's see. I'm going to start off, and Jacob, we're going to go every other as we're assigning players. So I'm going to assign, and then I'll tell you who to get a suggestion for. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Sounds great. Great. Oh, interesting. WV Skylander. This one's for you, Ashley. Pokemon Fortnite. Pokemon Fortnite is your suggestion. If you would get one for Heather, please.
Oh, absolutely. Heather, your suggestion from Amanda Barak is going to be Machinist.
Ooh, excellent. Oh boy. Let's see. For Kelsey, Porcelain Clown Lamp. Porcelain Clown Lamp. Whatever you want to do with that. If you would please get for Jason Amplo.
Yes, of course. Jason Amplo, Dusty Old Trunk from Kenzuge.
Nice. Harz, you are getting Butterball from Scootsy Doubleday. I believe that leaves Suze, who needs a suggestion.
Suze, because it's the first thing I think of when I think of Suze, it's got to be from WV Skylander, a Pikachu.
Oh, nice. Is that everyone? Did everyone get their suggestion? All right. Players for the game of YouTube Influencer, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Begin!
I'm here to talk to you about machinery. First piece of machinery I'd like to talk to you about is this here computer that I am using to YouTube today. That's right, I'm Joey.
Well, in this old dusty trunk, we have nothing more than Encyclopedia Britannica.
Now, honey, don't you go giving me a Charizard, all right? When I agreed to play the Pokemon with you on the YouTubes, you said that you wouldn't take the good.
Okay, so, as you all saw in my last video, the makeup tutorial didn't go as planned.
Alright guys, so they finally fixed Pokemon by giving everybody guns. So now we can run around and they do.
First step to get a butterball, first of all, get your butter. I'm using Land O'Lakes. You make it, you get a half
You know what else is a machine? This here hair dryer. It's got an attachment.
Sometimes your real tears, you don't even have to draw them on because they're just real and...
Okay, so I'm not liking the dances that the Pikachu and the Charmander do. I don't like them at all. I don't think they're trendy.
Okay, well, hold on. We've got to take a second for a word from our sponsors, Rain Inferno Energy Drink. It's also got...
Oh, well, this chunk takes Dust Bunny to a whole new level.
You take your butter and you just mush it into a ball. Just get that good old butter right there into a ball as much as you can. Roll it in your hand.
Then you can just highlight all of your failures just like I'm highlighting my cheekbones. Any more suggestions?
Stacy, dang it. I think you really just Leroy Jenkins me on there. Wait, is that a gun? Does your Pikachu have a...
Oh my god, it's the Ark of the Covenant! You guys! Holy cow!
Okay, so I have been asked to get out of my bathroom. I'm gonna play where I need to.
And once you got your butterball in there, just pop it in your mouth and eat it up.
If you cry too much, you won't be able to put all the mascara on, so just like make this face.
Honey, get in here! It's the Ark of the Covenant! I have the Ark of...
Who wants to make a smoothie? Look at this fine piece of machinery.
Oh, in a second, you're gonna wish you took an arrow to the knee. Nana's coming for ya. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I just want to say I'm so sorry to my fans and my sponsors. That's not who I am. It is...
My lips are chapped.
Welcome back indeed. I missed that hot jam. All right. Hey, Jacob, you got a poll you want to launch yet?
It has been launched.
Ooh, excellent. Loyal fans, you get to decide whose work you preferred, the Red Rockets or the Bosses. Which one did you enjoy more? Who committed to their bits? Get your votes in right now. While you're doing that, Jacob, how would you enjoy pizza cheese curds? They're deep-fried cheese curds with marinara-infused beer batter, Italian seasoning, and topped with pepperoni.
I think I would enjoy them very much after letting them cool off in my hand after about 2 minutes.
You have a point there. That is napalm waiting to happen. Am I right? Like, that is just like, you wouldn't be able to taste anything else at the fair. And that would be terrible, I think.
Yep.
I think it would be. Are the votes in?
The votes are in with 52% of the vote. It goes to the red team.
All right. Congratulations, Captain Hars. Oh boy. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, Hars-
Thank you, Ref Nicole.
Respectful.
Yeah. I know, right? You and your team, Kelsey, managed to pull out a victory in that game. So I would love to hear what team choice game you would like to play. You are challenging your own team. What are you going to play?
Well, Nicole, we're back, and we're so excited to be back. We are going to play a very special edition of Near, Far, Wherever You Are. in this very special edition of Near Far Wherever You Are, Kelsey and Jason will be playing, and they'll be taking turns the near and the far parts of it. I will be playing mostly the Wherever You Are. Some people are aware of this, that Kelsey and I live very close to each other. So in the 3 minutes of the game, I'm going to leave my apartment, run to her place, take a selfie in front of her house, and then run back. I will send said selfie there. So whenever you want to start...
Hold on.
Yeah.
There is one rule. You cannot put Kelsey's address, her building...
Oh, no. It'll just be...
Okay.
And then... Yeah.
I'm just saying, for safety's sake, we are on the internet. Just make sure it needs to be recognizable so Kelsey can verify for us.
My window's open.
Oh, great. Even better. All right, Hars. Everyone, here's the game of Near Far Wherever You Are, where Kelsey and Jason have to near or far to the camera as things move, and Hars will be wherever you are. To get them started, and from the chat, I'm going to take a suggestion that we already had, and that suggestion is Citrus Magnate. Citrus Magnate is a suggestion for Near Far Wherever You Are. Hars, I hope you have your house keys so you don't get locked out. Go.
Right, well, this dinner wouldn't be the same without you.
I didn't realize I was invited until I got the invite only 2 hours ago, and so thank you.
Oh, I thought I sent it sooner. Here,
No, it's fine. I eventually got it. It's great. If it was 2 minutes away, I would have been here. I mean, I only live 2 blocks. I could literally sprint.
Todd, you're the best brother ever. If only our other brother could be here, you know?
He was right behind me in the hallway.
I don't see him.
I don't see him either.
Well, we can't wait for him. We can't wait for him to start eating. Let's just dish up. Here, I got your favorite green bean casserole.
Whoa! You made a bucket of it? Oh my god!
A whole bucket, and here's 2 giant LaCroix just for us.
Ooh! The big boy LaCroix.
Big boy LaCroix, that's you, Todd. That's you.
Big boy LaCroix. That's what they call me on the football team when I was on the offensive line.
I heard. How are you doing about being kicked off?
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Horrible about it, yeah.
Here, take this Kleenex to wipe your tears.
Oh, it has aloe vera in it and it's burning my eye.
Oh wow. I just
Hey, ooh. Is that chicken parmesan that I smell?
It is. If I could just find it. Oh, here it is.
Just find it?
Yeah.
Mom's chicken parm.
Mom's chicken parm. You know what? I just really wonder where Jason is. The other brother. Where'd he go? What'd you say?
I think he got lost.
Let me call for him.
He got lost. That's my answer.
He got lost. I mean, it's just. Hi, Hars!
Who's Hars?
Thank you for coming by! Sorry.
Is that Jason?
And that is time! I think in Hars's mind it was going to take him like a minute to get there, but his athletic prowess really showed us where he's at. So at some point, Hars is going to come back and he's going to show us that picture. But in the meantime, loyal fans, lock that game away in your mind grapes, because after we see a game from the bosses, you're going to have to decide which one you would prefer, which one you did prefer. Not would prefer, you have to watch both of them. You have no choice. Captain Ashley, hello!
Hi, kind of felt like just Hars just wasn't in the scene.
It kind of felt like, okay, team, I'm out. See ya. Good luck.
Kind of felt like it was just like near far.
Yes, I would agree. It was near far. Where the heck is Hars? That's
Oh,
the
I'm
game
so
that
glad you agree, Ref Nikki D. Um,
Thank you.
for our team choice game, we would like to play one where we're all present for it. We all participate. We would like to call the game of a word from our sponsors.
Oh, excellent. Field your team. Loyal fans, here is what I need. Dun, dun, dun. In the chat, I'm going to ask you for a couple different kinds of suggestions. The first thing I would love to know is you've heard me talking about the state fair food. You heard the team captains make up their state fair food. What would your state fair food be? Put that in the chat. Just the name of it. I don't need a description. I just need the name. Great. What about a product that you use every single day? Like secret deodorant or just deodorant. You don't have to be label specific. That's fine. I would love to know when you were a kid in high school, you wanted to be this thing, like this was your main job, like aspiration. What was it? And then I would love, this is a city in the United States that you feel is very underrated. Like it does not get talked about ever. It is a great place to go. You've been there, you've had fun every single time you've been there, and you would love to go back. What are those suggestions? So start putting those in the chat. What's going to happen is Ashley's going to be hosting a talk show. And at any point, she can throw it to the commercials for the word from the sponsor. Huh? See what that is? And then Heather and Suze are going to be the ones that are going to be doing those commercials based on the suggestions I'm about to get for you right now. I will let you guys, you folks, do these in whatever order you want. Okay, so I'm going to get the suggestions. That is not the order that the commercials have to be in. Great. Oh, yes.
Did I win?
Hars, that took you like 25 minutes. You've missed 6 things. Like, we've already done everything.
Did we
We're
win?
wrapping up right now. We haven't voted yet. Be quiet. All right. Awesome. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I just got distracted by him. So one of your suggestions is coffee pod, P-O-D, not coffee pot. Toothpaste. Ooh, Duluth, Minnesota. And Mickey Mouse at Disney. Whatever you want to do with that. So it was coffee pod, toothpaste, Mickey Mouse at Disney, and Duluth, Minnesota. Players, are we all clear? Ashley, do you want a suggestion for your talk show, or you just want to go?
No, I'm ready to go.
I kind of figured you didn't need it. All right, players, begin.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Brain Openings. It's me again, Bandit Rotary, and we are here discussing the major issues that are affecting us in our lives today that the mainstream doesn't want to talk about. First up, toenails. They don't need to be cut, y'all. By cutting your toenails, you're compromising your immune system, okay? The industry, okay, late stage capitalism doesn't want to make shoes big enough to accommodate your immune system, okay? More on this after a word from our sponsors at Toothpaste.
Oh man!
We'll deal with it after. Go.
Sup? Have you thought to yourself, my cavities are way too wicked? Well, man, we have the toothpaste for you. That's right, a dosage of fluoride so high you literally need a prescription. You can't rinse your mouth, just gotta sit with it. That's right, fluoricide, because we're gonna get in there and destroy those germs, because your toothpaste needs to be as bad as you are. Yeah!
All right, thank you so much for that from Toothpaste, fluoricide. This is not an endorsement of fluoride. They are poisoning our water. That brings us to our next subject, water. Think about it, y'all. All the water on the planet has been here since the planet was created. Are we not entitled to fresh water? It's a basic human right. It's in the Constitution. More on that after a word from our sponsors.
waking up in the morning and I need a hot beverage. I want some coffee, but not just any kind. No, who needs coffee grounds or that other old kind of stuff? Yeah, you wanna be modern, you put coffee in a pod. I promise it's not bad for the environment, just do it.
Right, thank you so much. Now we're back with our next subject, lemons. They are sweeter. Yes, they were more tart when you were a babe. You're not losing it, okay? Now, why are they doing this? To give our children ADHD, okay? They're making the lemons sweeter to poison our children so that they can give them more medications and further the pharmacological industrial complex. More on that after word from our sponsor.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just busy smelling these garden roses here in Duluth. Do you know that Duluth has over 9 different bridges? That's right, 9 separate bridges. We see a lake and we say, hey, let's just get over there. Do you know some people have called Duluth the San Francisco of the Midwest? That's right, we don't have as much rainbow flavor, but what we do have is a lot of lutefisk. So come find out the truth. Come on over to Duluth.
Right, and we're back with the biggest story we have today. It's the digitizing of music, how that's changed the frequency to hypnotize the population into being sheeple. And we'll get into it right after a word from our sponsor.
Oh, I know you missed me, but I was hanging out in Disney with my best friend. He's not a louse, you know, he's a cool guy like Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse! Everybody, Mickey Mouse! Brittany, Justin, Ryan, Mickey Mouse! Christina Aguilera, oh, Mickey Mouse!
All right, Jacob, do you have another poll for us?
Oh, you bet I do. And there's
working on
nothing like more than suspense.
Right? He's building the suspense, and I love
I know.
it. Loyal fans, the power now shifts from Jacob and I to you, and you get to vote on which team you preferred in that team choice round. Was it near, far, where the heck is ours? Or was it the advice or the word from our sponsor from the bosses? Go ahead and choose in the chat right there. I'm gonna give you another. Would you like to know what won the Sporky? Oh, is that the selfie? Kelsey, can you please confirm that is your house?
Yes.
All right,
yes, it was.
All right, so bonus point for going to someone else's house. We did also have a technical foul from the bosses in that last round, and I'm so sorry. That is -1 point for Sue's forgetting to turn off her mute button. I know. The winner of the Sporky, which by the way is the Wisconsin State Fair's best new food entry of the year, is the Glazy Boy. It is a burger on 2 Greebies, which is a very great bakery there. Glazed donuts, served with cheese, brined and slow smoked pork loin, raspberry whole mustard, and pickled jalapenos. On that note, Jacob, who won that last round?
Well, it looks like the bosses are creeping back because they won that round.
What does that make our score, please? Scoring update.
Bosses 4, Red Rockets 6.
Ooh, it's anybody's game. Captains to the screen.
I'm here.
That's a
Excellent.
change.
Well, right now, you're just a picture of you. But oh wow, a little shade throwing. Ashley, do you have anything you want to say directly to Horace right now?
Yeah, say it.
I mean,
way to
give you
make your
opportunity.
team carry you is all I'm saying. Like,
Oh, I wish they carried me that last like half a block. I gotta exercise. Oh, jeez,
right.
I'm gonna die.
run it in practice.
Don't die now, because we got to play another head-to-head game. And since Hars is busy chugging water, Ashley, I'm going to allow you to challenge this next head-to-head round. What's it going to be?
Ooh, I'm feeling litigious. Let's play Southern Lawyer.
All right. Field your teams.
I accept.
I don't care. You left. You no longer get to choose if you accept or not. It's automatic. All right, loyal fans, you open up your refrigerator. Behind your Mountain Dew, behind your cheese, what do you find? Put that in the chat. In the garage, it's not a car and it's not a bike, but it's this other thing that used to have to store in the garage because, quite frankly, that's where you have the room. Start putting those in the chat, okay? This is the game of Southern Lawyer. All of our panels here have suddenly become lawyers from the South in this pun-based game. I'm going to get a suggestion from you. Let's say it was banana. Jacob, tell me a banana.
Oh.
Just say banana.
Banana.
Oh, excellent suggestion. Thank you so much, Jacob. It goes like this. Distinguished members of the jury, my client, the banana, could not have committed this crime because by the time it happened, he had already split.
Woo!
Boy, guess what? They're going to be better than that. I know. Hard to believe. So I'm going to call on them. This is Burn Box style. They're not raising their hand because we're not in kindergarten. I'm going to call on them and they're going to give me their best pun. You're paying attention because at the end, you get to decide who you thought was funnier in that round. To get us started, ooh, I love this. To get us started, we're taking Missy Sue's suggestion of chicken soup. It can be grandma's. It does not have to be. So chicken soup is your suggestion. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Ashley.
Your Honor, my client, the chicken soup, could not have committed that crime. He was nude in his bathtub at the time the crime was committed.
Amplo.
Your Honor, my client, Chicken Soup, could not have committed this heinous crime, Your Honor, because my client, Chicken Soup, was in the can.
Heather.
Oh, Your Honor, I am begging you for an acquittal of my client, the chicken soup. You see, it would be good for your soul.
Kelsey.
Oh, Your Honor, my client did not commit this crime. As you can see here, I've got plenty of proof that he did not do it. It's all in stock.
Excellent, excellent. I'm changing up the suggestion. Your new suggestion is Slim Jim. Slim Jim is the suggestion. Hars.
Oh, Your Honor, my client, the Slim Jim, didn't do the horrific crime. No, sir. He was slapping into it as he got away.
Suze.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I beg you to acquit my client. He could not have done this heinous crime. You see, the Slim Jim, he's just too small. This crime had to be done by someone beefier.
Ashley.
Oh, Your Honor, my client, the Slim Jim, could not have committed this crime. He is wimpy, and this crime was done by a macho man.
Kelsey.
Oh, Your Honor, and all these distinguished members of the jury, my client beef jerky, or excuse me, Slim Jim. I had too much jerky, sorry. My client could not have committed this murder. Slim Jim is no jerk.
All right, we're changing up the suggestion. Your new suggestion is snowblower. So your client is now a snowblower. Hars.
Oh, Your Honor, my client, the snowblower, did do this horrific crime. People are accusing him of this crime, and he didn't do it. It's a snow job, Your Honor.
Snooze.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you must acquit my client, the snowblower. You need to understand, he is being framed. He is being run down the road, if you get my drift.
Jason.
Now, Your Honor, in all fairness, my client was going to commit the crime, but then he flaked out.
Heather.
Members of the jury, you must let my client, the snowblower, go free, for he is an innocent man, and if he goes to jail, I will be salty about it.
Excellent. Your next suggestion is condiments. They can be expired or not. I have no preference on that. Condiments. Here we go. Kelsey.
My distinguished guest, my client did not commit this murder. And if you don't know that by now, well, you better catch up.
Heather.
Oh, members of the jury, you know that my client, the General Condiments, did not commit this crime. Everyone knows that the criminal had a knife in the conservatory and it was Colonel Mustard.
Susan.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I come to you with hat in hand, begging you to be clement to my client. I admit he did it, and that is something that I do not relish.
Lars.
Oh, Your Honor, I confess my client did it. He's one saucy criminal.
Jason.
Oh, Your Honor, now. Oh, my client couldn't have possibly committed this crime, Your Honor. My client was in the can.
I see what you did there. Ashley.
Your Honor, my client, the condiments, is alleged to have committed this crime with what? Some kind of miracle whip?
And that is time! Jacob, you got a poll going?
Oh, you know I do.
Oh, I like that. Ladies and folks of the jury, distinguished members of the jury, you now get to decide. Guilty? Not guilty. It really isn't guilty or not guilty. It's red or blue. Pick one of those. Whose jokes did you like better? Want to know what I'm most excited about the fair? And this is not a joke.
Mm-hmm.
A deep fried pink squirrel. Do you know what that is, Jacob?
No. Is that a real squirrel?
Yeah. No, so a pink squirrel is an ice cream drink. It's very popular in Wisconsin. It's almondy or cherry tasty. And they have found a way to make it into ice cream, and then they bread it and deep fry it. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's my number one thing to try.
Yum.
Yeah, number one thing. How the votes coming in?
Oh, votes are coming in good, and it looks like with 57% of the votes, the Blue Bosses take it.
What's that score? Scoring update, please.
Our scoring update is Red Rocket 6, Bosses 9.
Oh! You know what that means?
It's a barn burner.
I was just gonna say it was real close. But
No,
sure,
yeah,
if you wanna
it's
use-
true.
If you want to use
It's-
those terms.
I mean, it's not quite that barny burn. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, well, 3 points. It's anybody's match.
anybody's.
All right. What do you think we should do now, Jacob? Do you think we should do it? Do you think we should challenge them to it?
Oh, you know what? I
so?
think we should. I absolutely think we should.
All right. Well, if you did, then we are going to do it. Folks, it is time to play 6 things. Each captain has to send a member of their team out. Captain Ashley, who's going to be leaving for the bosses.
Oh, can me and Hars just do a foot race to decide, or?
No, I don't want to do that anymore. Don't make me run.
A foot race. I'm pretty sure Ashley would take it. So you go ahead.
Ashley can have it. I'm not running anymore.
The blue team sends the coolest kid I know, Heather Scholl.
Okay, coolest kid, Heather Scholl. Bye. Hars, who you sending?
I need to sit down, so I'm gonna go and come back later.
Okay, you go and come back later.
I'm gonna go and come back later. I'll see you. Good luck, team.
Okay, get out of here. All right, loyal fans, Hars and Heather have entered the soundproof void, much like where they sent Janet, if you watched A Good Place, her void. That's where they're at. Can't hear anything, can't see anything. So we are now going to play the hardest game in Comedy Sports, 6 Things. Jacob and I are going to be coming to you to get a lot of suggestions. Do you want to do that first part right now, Jacob, while I set up a few things, or do you want to just do it all on the fly?
Oh, I think I can look at the suggestions, and we can get the activities, and then we can go back for the replacements.
Great. Jacob, why don't you give us what those activities are right now?
Oh, absolutely. So embroidery, you're embroidering something. That's going to be the first activity. It's going to be very, very exciting to do. And then we also are going to go to collecting cards. If you like collecting cards.
Let's make them baseball cards, but you know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like collecting a Hallmark card would be a weird thing, but no judgment, everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So also reading a sci-fi book. That's going to be pretty fun. Fun activity. And of course we have. Oh, look at that! Interesting. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to save this one. This one is you are typing at a computer. You're typing at a computer. Now, since for this 5th and 6th one, they're going to be a little more difficult, so I'm going to be, for this next one, you are test piloting an airplane. Piloting an airplane. And of course, for the final one, you are going to be playing Pokemon Go. Go, beloved game of the phone.
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much. Now, loyal fans, in the chat, here's what's happening. We're going to get a ton of suggestions from you. I will explain how the game works once we do that. So start in the chat. I would love to know this movie you have seen a million times. Like you could probably, recite lines from it in your sleep. If you're on a treadmill running a mile, this might be the movie that is playing in your brain as you're doing it. Also would love to know this food that you only have at special times of the year. I really only eat this kind of food when I go to the state fair. I really only have turkey on Thanksgiving. What is your special food? Start putting those in the chat. We're going to come and we are going to replace the things that you would normally find with things that you would never find. Excellent. So for embroidery, the thread that you are using, the thread itself is going to be the movie My Cousin Vinny, and the needle is corn on the cob. So embroidery with a corn on the cob needle, and the thread itself is My Cousin Vinny. Hey Jacob, why don't you give me a couple things for the second one, please?
Absolutely. So what I'd love in the chat is what is if you had a shoebox under your bed and you open it up, what would be inside that shoebox? And then for the other thing is that if you could meet and have like a nice, enjoyable dinner with any person in history, living or dead, who would it be? I personally think it'd be great to sit down with like Carl Sagan, something like that.
Oh, sure. That'd be very interesting. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So you are collecting playing cards, or baseball cards rather. And these baseball cards are not baseball cards. The cards themselves are yo-yos. The cards are yo-yos. And the person on this card is none other than Rosalind Franklin. help discover the structure
Oh.
of DNA. Using our
Excellent.
X-ray
Very
crystallography.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I totally knew that. So I'm glad you shared that with everyone else who that was, so that we were all like on the same page of
Should
who
have got
that
the
was.
Nobel, but yeah.
Right? Yes, robbed, completely robbed. All right, so our next activity, I'm going to take just some of the suggestions we already have, but you can start thinking of things that you would find in a treasure chest that would be weird. It's not a gold coin, it's not a diamond. What's in that treasure chest? But for right now, you are reading a science fiction book. The book itself, so the actual book, is going to be cranberry sauce. And then the cover, on the cover, is a picture of a gold tooth. It's just a gold tooth on the cover. It's a catchy cover for this sci-fi book. Right?
All right.
Like I'd read that. I'd be like, what is that? All right, Jacob. Next one, please.
So, what I would like now is if you had to put shoes on and jog somewhere, where would you go? You can take as long as you'd like to jog and imagine that you are infinitely fit. I imagine that often, not successfully. And then what I would also love is something that is longer than a pea, but shorter than a house. Something that is longer than a pea, but shorter than a house.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we are typing at a computer, but the computer is not a computer. It is, in fact, Pogs. Pogs. I think hopefully, yes, yeah, right,
That
Jennifer.
evil laugh was great when you gave it like, ha ha ha.
But I think everyone here is of the generation for Pogs, or most.
I think so.
And then instead of the room that you're in is not just like a normal room. You are in fact. This is interesting. I'm gonna split one up. You're at IKEA.
Nice. All right. So for our last two, we do make them a little bit harder because they're going to be worth more points. The first four are going to be worth 5 points. Those second two are going to be worth 10 points each. So what I would love for you to put into the chat right now are thoughts or emotions that you might have. Put those in the chat. And then I would also love your favorite actor that is not an A-list actor, probably not even B-list. We're talking like C-list, maybe a character actor that you love to see, but most people don't know what their name is. Start putting those into the chat. All right. Ooh, yes. Okay. So we are test piloting a plane. The plane itself is, I just had it and I lost it. Haha, ironically, confusion. That was not a bit. I really did lose it. So the plane itself is confusion, and your co-pilot, oh yes, Sydney Prescott, is Tara Reid. So the plane is confusion, and your co-piloting with your co-pilot is Tara Reid. Good luck landing that one. Yeah.
All right.
Jacob, you want to get that last one for us?
Absolutely. So what I'd love from everybody is, what is a fictional character that you love? They could be a well-known fictional character, or they could be a deep cut fictional character. Put that in the chat. And then also, what I would like is that if you could go back to any specific period in time, what would it be? Any specific period in time. I'll say backwards or forwards to any period in time. These are the challenging ones. All right, so you are playing Pokemon Go, and instead of trying to catch a Pokemon, you are trying to catch Molly Weasley.
Oh, nice.
Beloved HP cut. And then you are actually not playing, like the place that you're playing is not here, of course. It is specifically 1999.
Okay.
Good year.
It was a good year. All right, I'm going to take a picture of these so that I have them all. Excellent, loyal fans, give yourself a round of applause. Yay! Jacob, while I'm explaining the game, why don't you let the guessers know that they can come back?
Oh, absolutely.
Please. Thank you. So, loyal fans, what's about to happen is we are inviting Hars and Heather to come back, and the team members that were in the room are going to have to get them to guess every single one of these activities as well as the replacements. They are color coded, so we're going to start with the blue team. They're going to do 1, 3, and 5. Now, the red team guesser is going to be watching because they have a chance to steal. The first 4 are worth 5 points each. The second 2 are worth 10 points each. Fun, they can only use mime and gibberish in order to get them to guess these activities. Mime is, of course, like, oh, I'm French and trapped in a box. And gibberish is just a made-up language. It doesn't really exist, but it does for our purposes tonight. If they manage to get it, 5 points for their team. If the other team gets it, they get to steal. It's a lot of points that's going to happen in this game. That was not grammatically correct, but I think you know what I'm doing. I'm stalling for time while we're waiting for our guessers to come back. You want to know what else? What else would be something I would love to have at the fair? You
Please tell
texted
me.
them, right, Jacob?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Tell me. Yeah, okay, great. Country fried steak on a stick. That just sounds gross to me. I don't like country fried steak, so maybe that's why. I'm not a big gravy person. Don't ever try and feed me anything gravy. Also, we're off of our break now, loyal fans. We're back here every Thursday or every Friday night at 7:30 and 9:30, every Saturday night at 7:30 and 9:30. I think the minor league's coming back on Wednesday nights. That's right, the rec league's gonna be here on Wednesday nights too. There's a whole lot of fun stuff happening. You can find it all in the lower part of this Twitch channel under the schedule page. Exciting and new. Maybe not right now, but like in a day or two, like maybe check back then. It'll give you a reason to come and see, like, oh, I didn't get to watch yesterday's match. I'm gonna watch it now. Did you know you can do that? They live on there for 2 weeks. That's right. If you weren't here, you can watch it. All right, everyone is back. Jacob, I'm going to ask you to keep time. Oh, I'm only giving each guesser 90 seconds to get the entire activity. They can guess as many times as they want within that 90 seconds. However, once 90 seconds is up, they are done. And no going over the time, folks. I don't want to see any additional, like, oh, I'm just showing you this one, though I was just resting my hand. No. I know what you're doing, and I don't like it. All right. Blue team, you are up first.
Oof.
Players, for the game of 6 things, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Jacob, are you ready?
Yeah.
Stuart, you with me? Yeah, here we go. Players, begin.
Askabara, I. Ding, ding. Sabara, asara.
Oh.
Saba, di. Walama. Tick, 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 tick. Da, 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 da. Asara. Shabara. Shabaya boy, tabara.
Oh, yes, that's your boozer. Yeah, this is better.
Grumbla.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, you should have passed boop, boop.
Jacob,
25.
how much time remaining?
25 seconds
25
remaining.
seconds. All right, Heather, give me that first activity.
Okay, I'm making some alterations to some clothing. My thread is the Godfather film, and my needle is a corn on the cob.
All right, your needle is indeed corn on the cob. Thread is involved, but what you said your thread was is incorrect, and your activity is incorrect. So I do need you to clean up the activity and what the thread is. Players, you've got however many seconds Jacob said. 25? Is that what you said?
25.
Okay. Yeah, baby. Here we go.
Oh, you should have passed that.
10 seconds remaining.
Askabara, asara, warsama, weak,
5,
It's a
4,
asara, Pura. Sa.
3,
Tobara. Toba saba puara.
2,
Puara sara puara sara
1.
toba sara.
Time.
Puara sara ma.
And that is time. Also, Ashley, that was perfect. All right, Heather. Tell me what you
Yeah, I'm doing needlepoint. My needle is corn on the cob, and my thread is the film My Cousin Vinny.
I will give it to you. Big point. Yes. Embroidery and needlepoint are the same thing. At least in my house, they were. All right, red team, you are up. Hars, you've got 5. I always said 5 minutes. You don't. 5 points. On
Great,
the
I'll
board.
take it.
Nope. Here we go.
Oh, ja, ja, ja. Oh, ja, 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 ja. Oh, ja, ja, ja. Ah, ja, 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 ja. Ah, ja, ja, ja. Nom, 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 nom. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, ja, ja. Puxa.
1 minute
Ja,
remaining.
ja, 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 ja. Oh,
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, ja, 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 ja. Bom, ja, 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 shida ba. Sa. Hosa. Taba. Puja maka. Patama. Oh. Oh. Huh? Oh, ja, ba, ja, ba. Ah, ja, ba.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, ja, ba, ba, ba. Ah, si, ba, ba.
4, 3,
Ah, ja, ba, ba.
2,
Ja, ba. Ah, ja.
1. Time. That's time.
No more time, Kelsey.
I'm just in despair. I'm not trying.
All right. Also, your face is adorably red from whatever you put on it earlier. All right, Hars.
Yeah.
5 big points. Give it to me.
I'm collecting baseball cards, or I have baseball cards, but they're the baseball cards on cards are yo-yos, and on the card itself is a picture of Benjamin Franklin's wife Rose.
Oh, I am so sorry. That is not correct, and you have.
How can that not be right?
Because it's not right.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Heather.
Okay,
Feel. Give it to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Everything was correct except for who was on the card.
Okay. I'm collecting those baseball cards. Those baseball cards are yo-yos, and on the baseball card is the kite and the key that Benjamin Franklin used to discover electricity.
Oh, I am so sorry. No points awarded. You were collecting baseball cards. The cards were yo-yos. The person on the card was Rosalind Franklin, who is not
Ben's wife. Ben's wife.
Not related.
Well, they weren't married officially.
That's the only thing that you think she would be known for was being married to Benjamin Franklin. No. Okay? And she wasn't. Jacob knows who she is. She was a smart scientist person who should have won a Nobel Prize.
I saw a double helix.
Honestly. Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nobel Prize should have been awarded.
That was
all right. No points awarded for that round. That means we're back up to the blue team for your second activity. Blue team. Begin.
Oh, you guys are shubada.
Kabasana. Ekibasabase. Askabasa. Askibasaba.
Ah, Zigra. Flip, flip, wha. Grumbla, grumbla, grumbla.
1 minute remaining.
Zikara, chink, 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 glorp.
Glorp.
Abara, woo, 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 glorp.
Glorp.
Zikara, ha, tink, tink, tink.
Isabada.
Zikara.
Askabara, Aguarara, Watatana,
Aha, Zabada.
Irabara, Asira Chaka,
30 seconds remaining.
Isa Barasama, Nana, Ahuara. Ba, ba, bara,
Ziba.
wa, Chisaba,
Izaba.
Papa Bisha.
Aha. Apu.
All right, how much
10.
time remaining, Jacob?
10 seconds are remaining. 10 seconds.
Oh, thank you so much. Heather, 10 seconds remaining if you need it, but please tell me what your activity is.
Oh, for sure. I'm reading a sci-fi novel, and the book is A Can of Gravy, and the title of the book is Bob Costas's Teeth.
All right, you are reading a science fiction book. You need to clean up what the book is, and it's not the picture. Well, it's not the name of the book.
Are you sure?
Trying to get. I might have just, yeah. But you do have 10 seconds to clean those two things up.
Glorp.
Glorp.
Tink, tink, tink.
5 seconds remaining.
Askabara,
4,
Isawa, Bara,
3,
Ting, ting.
2,
Asira
1.
Asara
That's time.
Time. So much time. All right, Heather. Go ahead and give me that whole activity, please.
Yeah, I'm reading this wonderful sci-fi novel, but the book is it's a can of turkey eyeballs, and the cover of the book is Portrait of a Vampire at the Olympics.
Ooh, I would read that book.
I would too.
That is, but it isn't correct, unfortunately. Maybe you should write it. Hars.
Yeah.
Can you steal?
Yeah, of course. I'm reading a sci-fi book. The book is cranberry sauce, and the picture of the book is tartar hook.
Ooh, I am so sorry. The book was cranberry sauce. The cover, however, was just a gold tooth. Just one.
Oh, that I got
All
you.
right, no points awarded.
Yeah.
We move on to number 4, the second one, the second opportunity
That makes
for
sense.
the red team. Here we go.
Shaba. Shaba. Oh, Jada.
Washkata bashkita the tipata.
Shaba. Oh, shut up. Oh, shit about Kabadi. Ting, 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 ting.
1 minute remaining.
Shabada.
It's the push up. It's a hoy. Oshkaba mo.
Osho.
It's a shiribina. Oh no, shkaba. It's a
Shabadaga.
pinka paskabada. It's a glug 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 glug. It's a
Shabada.
it's the papatashi wash.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Tapong the tumbada. Shut up.
30 seconds remaining.
Osaka. Oh, Shakabi! Oh, Shinorga!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
All right, Hart,
3.
you got 5 seconds if you need it.
5 seconds, great.
You have 3 seconds if you need it.
Okay, 3 seconds,
Go ahead,
great.
tell me what that
I'm doing some computer work. I'm clickety clacking at the computer.
What else would you call clickety clacking at the computer?
I'm typing at the computer.
Thank you. Okay.
All right, I'm typing at the computer. The computer is one of those stupid things, the pogs. Yeah, that you flip around. I never had them. I'm not in my house doing computer. No. I'm at a IKEA getting some meatballs.
I'm sorry. Where are you?
IKEA getting some meatballs.
That is correct. 5 points awarded.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was correct.
Oh, I know. All right. Boss.
I also heard IKEA, so.
I heard Kaikia. That's why I asked him to say it again. And the second time he did say it correctly.
Yeah, it's IKEA where you get your meatballs.
Still huffing and puffing from that run.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a heart attack, everyone. I'm holding onto my chair right now. My heart is still pounding.
Okay, you might need to see a doctor. Think about that. While we see the last of the bosses, 10 big points on the line. These are a little bit harder. Players, begin.
Zufra. Duskula. Zipra. Daskana. Ola da tuskana. Viskana. Zikana. Wa.
Isa.
Yeah, Zikra. Uskana.
You guys about glug glug glug. Isa ta. Isa pa sa.
That's gonna like click.
Okay, he's supposed to.
Yeah, Zikana.
What's up, Isha?
Oscar,
1 minute remaining.
Shana Masamana. Oscar, Suba Sama. What bada Sama?
Thirty seconds remaining.
I see what hala of cola. Ting ting ting. Aha. Clickety.
11 seconds. 11 seconds.
Remaining. If you need it, Heather.
Okay.
Give me that activity.
I am piloting a plane. My co-pilot is Sharknado, and my plane itself is the idea of existentialism.
Ooh, okay. I'm so sorry. You are very close on everything.
Okay.
You are piloting a plane, but you need to be a little bit more specific. It's a very specific thing that goes along with that. And then I need you to clean up the plane, and you're close on the co-pilot, but I need you to clean it up. All right, you've got 11 seconds. You got to clean it all up, but you can do it.
Thanks.
Here we go.
10 seconds. Time.
Stop doing things.
Okay.
All right, Heather. For 10 big points, can you clean it up?
I think so. I'm charting a course. I'm navigating a plane. My plane itself is the idea of confusion, that feeling that I feel right now. And I am with, in the cockpit, a flight attendant who is a Sharknado superstar.
Okay, I'm so sorry. The plane is confusion. That is all we got out of that.
It sure is.
Sure is. All right, Hars, can you steal?
I think I can. I'm test piloting a plane.
That's correct.
The plane is confusion, and my co-pilot is Tara Reid.
That is correct.
She is so cute.
Tell me what she looks like. I would love to know.
She's like a blonde-haired girl. Yeah.
Must
That
be
is-
in. I don't know.
That's fairly accurate. All right. That was a steal. What is our score, Jacob?
Wow. Bosses 14, Red Rockets 16.
Ooh.
Blue Bosses
All right,
could
well,
still get it on a steal.
That's correct. These points are still up for grabs. There's still 10 points on the line. It's a real close match. For the final activity, red team, here we go.
Oh, siapa? Oh, siapa apa? Ah, siapa? Ada?
Bosca, bosca, ba free free. Aisha ba Aisha. Ska wa wishwa. Sa wa bi bi ba. Bi ha. Oh, sweet. Sweet ba. Aisha.
Oh, siapa? Oh, sila ba? Tidak. Sila ba? Sila ba? Ba. Sila ba? Sila ba? Siapa? Siapa kita?
1 minute remaining.
Siapa? Siapa? Jason, you're up.
Technical foul on several levels. We'll get to it after this thing.
Siapa sih pertama?
Okay, skawaski data.
Siapa?
Foof.
Fufa.
We ba da ba squee ba swa swa.
Oh, siapa? Shigaba? Yeah, siapa? Oh, no, siapa?
It's a.
Siapa kiba bu? Siapa ki? Siapa?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut? No,
Siapa? Yeah.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Yeah. I got this.
We were given the wrong score earlier, not through any fault of Jacob. That last steal was a 10 point. So our score was before a few technical fouls was 21-14. However, there were several technical fouls incurred with a.
Which one did you not like the least?
And then just a general no, you do it, no, you do it, no, you do it. 5 points off for that whole situation. Okay? You lost 5 points for that. Now, Hars, can you guess what that is?
Yeah. Do I have any time left?
That's a fantastic question. You do not.
Great. Then I'm gonna do this. I am playing that stupid Pokemon Go. Thank you, Nico, for showing me that thing. I'm at the Prince Song 1999, and I'm playing with one of little Harry Potter's friends, the whiny one.
Oh,
the one that goes
okay.
wee wah woo, whatever. One of those Hufflepuffers. No.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
One of those Hufflepuffers. They're a whiny bunch.
Stop talking, Hars. Stop talking. All right, Heather, you have a chance to steal for 10 big points. You are playing Pokemon Go. You are at 1999, but
There you
Heather, can you give us the final piece?
Okay, Pokemon Go in 1999, and the Pokeball is Bellatrix Lestrange.
Oh, I am so sorry. You are very close. You were playing Pokemon Go in 1999. The Pokemon was Molly Weasley.
Oh.
Sounds like a whiner to me.
She's the mother. She will take you down. I tell you what, Molly is tough. All right, Jacob, after that, they incurred the technical foul. What is the final score? 'Cause I have no idea.
The final score was the Red Rockets 16, the Bosses 14, which means the Rosemont Red Rockets take the match. Amazing. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to the show tonight. Let's give it up. Put a bunch of 6s and 7s in your chats for your runner-up team. The Downtown Chicago bosses, we have Heather, Susan, and Ashley. Lots of 6s and 7s. And, of course, your winning team. More 6s and 7s for Jason, Kelsey, and Hars. We, of course, had Nicole as our ref, Stuart doing music, Jason Geis running stuff in the technical beyond. I've been Jake. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in for more shows this week and next weekend. Bye.